Benson, I'm a who that. I'm a who that. Long as I'm living, I'm a who that. Lose or winning, I'm a who that. Sports coma, yeah, this is where we do that. Where we do that, where we do that, where we do that, where we do that, where we do that. Boogie like Benson, I'm a who that. I'm a who that. Sports coma, this is where we do that. Where we do that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Somebody please better help. Running this thing like Elf. I thank God every day I'm not a felt. Go to YouTube live with Big Q and the guys. If you ain't ride or die, the bandwagon get flipped. Been marching in, that was way for the ring. I was yelling out your shame for the championship. Bucking on town, duck down. Falcons, pluck, get shut down. Panthers ain't much touchdown. The vision really belong to us now. So much hate on the Saints, you could probably tell. Ever since Bounty Gate hit the NFL, when things seem fishy, then you probably smell the crooked referees on Roger Goodell. Yeah, fucking like this, and I'm a who that. Every day I'm living, I'm a who that. Lose or winning, I'm a who that. It's the sports coma, this is where we do that. Where we do that, where we do that, where we do that, where we do that, where we do that. Boogie like this, and I'm a who that. It's the sports coma, this is where we do that.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
Welcome. You're now rocking with the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys, where we have intense, entertaining, educating, and enlightening sport talk from your favorite sports fam. Shout out to the Who Dat Nation. Appreciate y'all being in this episode, this Friday edition of the Coma. I am your ever humble host, Big Q. Shout out to the fam. Appreciate y'all being in the stream with me. As we started the broadcast off, man, that was from the Reverend Saint playlist. For those who don't know, that was JT, man. Most of y'all know who JT is, man. That's from the Reverend Saint playlist, man. That's one of Reverend Saint's favorite songs. He said, say, baby, hey, baby, play that old JT, baby. Let's get it going, baby. Baby, it's going to be a good night. So play that JT, baby, that disco lady, baby. Baby, I used to ride around, baby, in the Cadillac, baby, with that JT playing, baby. Shout out to the great Saint Think Tank. Thank you, a.k.a. the scientist. Who that, baby? Shout out to you. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. Appreciate you. And shout out to my Facebook family members chiming in. Vilma, shout out to Vilma Cooley, as well. Garrett Gowen and Jeremiah Jacobs chiming in from Facebook. Much love to you guys. Appreciate you. Please feel free, the Facebook family members, to hit the like button. Please feel free to share the links on your social media feed. Same with my YouTube family members. Shout out to everybody in the stream. Jamal, Rose City. What's up, Kathleen? Pelicans, Nola, brother Eric Howard, David Kemp, Kai the Great. It's Poppy 504, Young City Night Ward, brother Torrey Shepard Sr., Shaq Bully, All the Quavadius is in this thing. OG Jerry Poor, everybody, Dana, St. Doug, all the family, all the wonderful family members are chiming in tonight. Much love to everybody, man, that's up in this thing. Shout out to everybody as well. I see you, brother Trey. Molly G, shout out to you. Appreciate you. Josh in his bag. What's up, Josh? Shout out to you, my brother. L-Dub, big ups to you. Baraka is in this thing. JT, what's popping? JT, much love, my brother. T-Roy, what's up, bro? Tragic, what's happening to my brother Tragic? What's up, T-Mama? What's popping, Queen? How you doing, baby? Shout out to you. Frederick, what's up, Fred? How you doing, bro? DeWine, shout out to you, man. Appreciate you as well. And big ups to the entire Great Saint Think Tank. All those listening across the world, shout out to you, family. Appreciate y'all being up in this thing. Now, listen, this is a reaction show, so I'm going to open up the phone lines for the family members to chime in right after I hit you with some news. We got a couple of articles that I wanted to go over with the Great Saint Think Tank and the Who Dat Nation. Right after we do that, then I'm opening up the phone lines, but y'all can feel free to hit the link and get in line. We'll be taking them one at, and running people in, allowing them to get their words, they feeling in. But remember, we're going to be getting a lot of people chiming in because it's been a while since I did a show where I open up the phone lines. I'll be busy. So please be brief and let people get in, get their word in, and let the next caller pop on in. Teflon Don, shout out to you, fam. Appreciate you as well. Good to see you in the building. Brother Eddie Dixon, shout out to you, my brother. Good to see you in the chat. What's up, brother Greg? CTC, Cross the Canal. Much love, bro. Father Tom, shout out to you, fam. Appreciate you. Dadu, who that to you as well. Much love. Mr. No Charge to Keep It Real. Shout out to you, fam. Appreciate you in the building. Much love. And Pelicans Nola, shout out if I didn't give you a shout out, fam. Appreciate you as well. Brother Rose, shout out. So we're going to cover some stuff, family. As the Saints did get a assistant, we got the news on that. We're going to cover some other stuff. So before we get going, feel free to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And if you hadn't done it yet, please do me a service. Take the link and share it on your social media feed. Let the rest of the Who Dat Nation know we up in this thing. We're going to be up in here for the next couple of hours to get the call in. So we're going to push it to about, I say, 10 o'clock. We're going to push to about 10 o'clock. Then we're going to cut it off for this Friday. But anyway, let's get it popping and snapping, family. We're going to get it started off. And we're going to start off with this article right here from our good friends at Saints Saints News Network. My boy Bob Rose, shout out to brother Bob. He dropped a report. Saints hired Todd Grantham as the defensive assistant. Now, remember, family, we talked about this last year. We've been talking about this for all off season. We knew, and that's why, in big part, why Ryan Nielsen ended up leaving to go to the Atlanta Falcons, and why Coach Richard and the Saints came to an agreement to part ways, because Dennis Allen does not want to relinquish his hold over the defense. This is a big problem with some of these coaches. I'm from the school of, listen, I hire personnel to do a job, and I let them do the job because I trust them to do the job. Dennis Allen is the head coach. My perspective is, and of course, that's why he's failing, by the way, because he can't do more than one thing at the same time. He needs to focus totally on being an overseer. He needs to keep his paws off the defense, hire somebody to do it, and allow them to do it so he can focus on the team as a whole. Dennis Allen, you're tripping and stumbling and stammering and bumbling over the defense right now. Your defense allowed so many rushing yards. It was ridiculous. Team was gashing the hell out the Saints last year. They went from a top 10 defensive run stuffing team to a bottom 10 team in the NFL. Ridiculous. Overnight. Now, how did that go so bad? And it's basically the same personnel we had from the previous year. How did the bottom fall out? How did it fall out? Because he's not paying attention to it. If you see your defense, the interior defense falling apart, you do what the Philadelphia Eagles did. You go to free agency and you bring big old interior nose tackles in there to help stuff the run, stop the bleeding. Didn't do none of that. Some games the Saints run defense did a better job than others, but when people wanted to run on the Saints, they were running. They didn't care if they used rookie running backs or third string ass running backs, like what Seattle did to us when Kenneth Walker got in there and ran on the Saints. So, and I sound kind of upset and angry about it, because had these things been proactive and taken care of at the time, we wouldn't have suffered so many other ridiculous, unneedy or needless losses. We could have been had more wins and had more of a footing get into the playoffs in the first place. You get me? But this is the mode. That's how I know that you're supposed to be the defensive guy, but you do nothing about that. And then the numbers would then coincide as well with what's going on. So how you not looking at the numbers and how you not looking at the film? What's going on here? So at the end of the day, this is what he's deciding to do. Chris Richard Nielsen got out of here because they don't want to be no co-coordinators. They don't want to be some guy's defensive assistant. They don't want to do that. And this is what this is. He wanted a defensive assistant. I said it last show. He's not going to relinquish the duties. He's going to keep doing the same thing. That's why he's going to get fired, because he's a dummy. He ain't going to change nothing up. He still got Pete Carmichael over the offense when it should be Ronald Curry doing it. And Pete Carmichael should have been demoted to an offensive assistant if you want to keep him around. And Dennis Allen should have took his grimy mitts off of the defense and allowed somebody else more credible to run that defense. And he oversees the team. By the way, Dennis Allen, your special team stinks. How you firing Dan Rouchard and not firing Darian Rizzi, the special teams coordinator, who can't coordinate jack squat on the special teams. The special teams suck. The kick return and punt return units suck. I'm putting it mildly. But they suck, because at the end of the day, they can't even open up lanes for the kick returners, whether that's Deontay Hardy or Rashid Shaheed. Both are stellar. To open up lanes for them to get upfield and make plays happen. But you don't see none of that. How I see that and you don't see that? Because he don't have that vision, man. It ain't tough. He just don't have attention to detail. Some people just don't have it. It's just what it is. But anyway, Saints hired Todd Grantham as the defensive assistant, which is just what this guy wants. New Orleans brings a decorated college coach back to the NFL as a defensive assistant. Saints have made one hire to fill one of the several defensive coaching staff open, and ESPN reports that the Saints have hired Todd Grantham as a defensive assistant. The exact position Grantham was hired for has not yet been announced, but I guarantee you it's going to be a defensive line coach. I guarantee you. It's the most important position is the defensive line. This guy does have, I'm familiar with Todd Grantham. He was with the Alabama. He got a good resume. But I guarantee you he's going to be operating the defensive line. It's not official. But if you had say Q where he goes, I say defensive line. You know, is a defensive assistant. Because Dennis Allen is the quote, end quote, coordinator of the team and head coach. Like, he can do more than one thing. The exact position Grantham was hired for was not yet announced. However, he does have extensive experience as both a coordinator and a defensive line coach. New Orleans lost both of their co-coordinators, Ryan Nielsen to Atlanta. He departed there. Chris Richard, also the defensive backs coach last season, will not be back with the team this year. Now, Grantham's 56 was a defensive analyst with Alabama last year, interviewed for the defensive coordinator job for the Crimson Tide, but instead elected to return to the NFL. His most recent coaching job was defensive coordinator for Florida from 2018 to 2021. Grantham has held NFL positions at the coordinator level for the Browns back in 05-07, defensive line for the Cowboys 08-09, Texans from 02 to 04, Colts from 99 to 01. He's also been a collegiate defensive assistant at Virginia Tech, Michigan State, Georgia, Louisville, and Mississippi State. The guy moves around a lot. Kind of, you know, and I remember this guy right here. He kind of reminds me, I ain't going to call him Bill Johnson, because Bill Johnson to me is, is what he is. But I think Todd Grantham has a lot of experience, man. We'll see what he brings here. He's a fiery old sucker, too. So we'll see. The Saints had 7-10 record under first-year head coach Dennis Allen in 22. Allen had previously been the team's defensive coordinator since 2015. New Orleans ranked 5th in total defense last year, 2nd against the pass, thank you, Coach Richard, and 24th against the run. 24th. You was top 5, top 10, and then went all the way down. That's amazing. Shout out to Bob, man, with this article. So there you go. You get a hire. You get an old fiery old guy in Todd Grantham, who will operate as a defensive assistant, hire a defensive assistant coach. It looks like that'll be the linebacker coach. The defensive, you probably won't see a defensive coordinator in name. entitled. Even it might be ceremonial because that's all it is. Dennis Allen calls the plays for the defense. He arranges the defense. Then you got coaches that are position coaches: the defensive line coach, the linebacker coach, secondary coach. And then don't be surprised if you see a brother Corey move up from coaching the safeties to taking the secondary spot. Don't be surprised if you see that. But we'll see as if they keep bringing anybody in. So that's one. You got a defensive line coach. And this is some news for the family members on Sean Payton. 5-year contract officially made. Sean Payton with the Broncos, and they signed the deal to go with them. He officially signed a 5-year deal with the Broncos there, and he's starting to assemble his team. So there it is, a little news and notes on him right now, the exact monetary compensation of it. As you can see, the salary terms here, let's just go over that. Just a little backdrop on it to complete it. The salary terms on Payton's contract were not announced, unlike coaches' salaries are rarely publicly revealed. That's not true. You can look up a lot of coaches' salaries and find out how much they pay, except for the Saints. The Saints, Dennis Allen's contract is not allowed to the public, and not one person asked why that was the case, except for relatively me and many members of the Great Saint Think Tank. Why we can't know? Why don't we know how much money Dennis Allen's making? Perhaps if we did know how much money Dennis Allen was making, that would help us understand why the Saints didn't want to fire his smelly tail this past year, this current season. How much money will we have to cough up to get rid of this guy? We don't have any idea. But Payton reportedly asked for $20 million to $25 million a season with the Broncos. We're not expected to go that high. It would be surprising if he didn't get the deal worth $17 million. Yeah, I promise he gets that $20 million in some capacity, whether they tack it on in wins or play off for trips or whatever. Payton gonna end up with that buck, with them big bucks. Broncos gonna give him the paper. They ain't gonna undercut him. They ain't gonna undercut him because they desperate. They need him to get there and fix that Russell Wilson situation. So the Broncos head coach search lasted just over a month, 36 days, and then Hackett was fired on December the 26th after Christmas. They gave him a hell of a post-Christmas present. And there you go. So anyway, Payton signs a 5-year deal to fix the Broncos. The Saints give him love, give him a 3rd-round draft pick along with it to go. All right, so here go another story here by Bob Rose. Could the Saints' next QB be Derek flipping Carr? Now, before I go to that, let me show you this tweet by Adam Schefter that he dropped almost an hour ago. More about the Raiders granting Derek Carr permission to speak with teams that have potentially already agreed to compensation. Las Vegas is looking for a potential trade. Now, of course, if you know the particulars right here, as Phil Yates put it up, under the terms of his current deal, here is what the acquiring team would owe Derek Carr. Look at this money. 2022, almost $33 million salary, $100,000 workout bonus, and $33 million cap hit. 2023, almost $42 million. This dude is, he got an accelerating contract to a degree. So he jumps almost $10 million in just 1 year. He goes from $33 million in 2022, which last year. This year is $42 million, right? With the $100,000 on the workout, but $42 million for Derek flipping Carr. Really? And then 2024, over $41 million for this dude. Are you kidding me? They must be paying this man with monopoly money. You can't possibly be paying no Derek Carr no $40 million. What? Derek Carr, $40 million? You ain't gonna trade with him. Either you let them people settle with him and let him hit free agency that way. But we got fools up on top of this team. They'll go for this rhetoric, man. Let's go back to the article. Could the Saints' next QB be Derek Carr? Why not? Dennis Allen's putting the band back together, letting a bunch of really good coaches go. And I might pose that question later on to the family members. How does Saints defense look? Remember the defense, which is the strength of the team, right? And you have the defensive line coach gone. You got the secondary coach gone. 2 real pivotal position coaches gone. Same offseason. Who you put back there will tell a lot. Who these guys can fire up, if they can be able to get that right, because that's a lot of talent that you allow to leave the building. So you got new defensive line coaches and secondary coaches coming in. If they're not promoted from within the team, that will have to reestablish or establish a relationship with these players. So what kind of system are they attempting to implement or help implement what Dennis Allen was doing. So it's, it'll be some nuance there. But it's the defense was the strength of the team. But losing some of these really good coaches could definitely have an impact. It definitely will. We'll see. So will New Orleans solve the quarterback issue by rolling the dice and zero in on Las Vegas QB Derek Carr? There's a lot of smoke behind this. And why shouldn't it be? This guy was drafted by Dennis Allen. Joe Woods was the guy that they were looking at for a defensive coordinator position. It was the interview, and we don't know where he's going to fall at. He probably might end up being a secondary coach. Now that we got Grantham as the defensive line coach, not officially, but if Joe Woods coming in, Joe Woods is a guy that did work with secondaries before in his past. So Joe Woods, could he be the new secondary coach? Saints are supposed to be interviewing him. So Saints have a glaring need at the quarterback. It's their biggest need of this offseason. Has been an issue since the legendary QB Drew Brees retired from the 2020 season. 12-year veteran Andy Dalton wasn't the answer. The 35-year-old Dalton completed just under 67% of his throws in New Orleans, but averaged just 205 yards and went 6-8 as a starter. He's a free agent that could be re-signed as a backup. He definitely coming back because Dennis Allen wants him back. Why not? Why not make another dumbass move? Why not? However, the Saints were extremely limited offensively with him at behind the center. Right. The offense did not have a leader. You cannot roll the QB or can have the QB position controlled by proxy, by operating in the group like you do a running back. No. That order for you, the quarterback position has to have a leader on top, and you have to have a leader on top of the team, coach and quarterback. Very big for you to have sustaining success. You can't group one to run the quarterback position. That's why it looked like that last year. We got people running in there, package groups running in there. Guys have no rhythm. The few plays they strike, and then you got 12 plays they play or whatever it is, or 12 drives that happen in the game for the Saints. And next thing you know, out of the 12 drives, the Saints have 3 drives good. The rest of them, they can't get nothing going. And counting on the defense, watching the defense try to create plays. It's ridiculous. He should know that. He should know, he being Dennis Allen and Pete Carmichael as well as Mickey Loomis should know that you got to solve the QB position. But you got to solve the coach position too. Oh, man. Dalton replaced injured Jameis Winston in Week 4. Winston isn't the answer either, as was apparent by Coach Dennis Allen's refusal to put him back in the lineup once medically cleared from back and foot injuries. Bob dropping it. After a promising 5-2 start to 21 before suffering a season-ending knee injury, Winston had 4 touchdowns against 5 interceptions, was sacked 11 times in 3 games. He's under contract for 23, but the team is expected to release him this offseason, and I will ride with that sentiment. I think he does. I would be surprised if he stays. The Saints could draft a quarterback. They obtained the number 29th overall pick in a recent trade of Sean Payton, which could set them up to draft QB Hendon Hooker, which there was a interview that he did on NFL Network, I think it was, where they were talking about Hendon Hooker and the fact that he should be ready for training camp. So I don't think he plays in the combine. He's still trying to come back from that injury. So Hendon Hooker's not going to be ready, according to what they were saying, until training camp. So wow. So he should be there. So if you're the Saints, Hendon Hooker could be somebody pick up in the second round, hopefully. All right. Thank you, KT. Shout out to my brother KT, man. He says, who that Q? The team needs to stop with all the patchwork, quick fix BS. Go ahead and draft a young QB. Okay, good. Well, yeah, I got your emails. KT, we're going to set something up for next week when we're going to bring you and GM Kev and another great Saint Think Tank scout in here. We're going to talk about the draft all next week, man. We're going to cover it. All right, he says, Dugan from TCU. We got Hall Hooker. He says, Tank for Caleb Williams. I don't think that's going to happen, bro. But thank you for the super chat, bro. All right, so the Saints could draft a quarterback. They obtained the 29th overall pick in the Payton swap. So they now might have enough ammunition to trade up in the first round, perhaps to position themselves. The draft C.J. Stroud of Ohio State, Alabama, Bryce Young, or Kentucky's Will Levis with the top pick. The question to the great Saint Think Tank in the Who Dat Nation. Do you guys see Dennis Allen taking a young quarterback in the first 2 rounds? Do you see that? Do you guys see that? That's one thing I want to know. All right, free agency could provide an answer. Forget Lamar Jackson, Saints family members. He'll never be allowed to leave Baltimore. Even if the Ravens have to franchise tag him, Geno Smith, Seattle, or Daniel Jones could be highly sought after unless re-signed to lucrative deals before hitting the market. San Francisco quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo is a proven winner who is sure to attract attention. Baker Mayfield or Sam Darnold could be, oh, no, none of them guys. None of them guys. No Baker Mayfield, no Sam Darnold as bridge starters while the Saints groom a rookie signal caller. Do you really think? And people are saying no. T-Mama says, not sure. Marvin says Saints will mess this up. All right. Brother Prime says no. Trey, what's up, bro? Says never. So the thing is drafting a quarterback and then putting the quarterback in a position to help him. This guy is going to be fighting for his job next year, this guy being Dennis Allen. Saints is not going to allow him to go another year of failing. Dennis Allen's in the position where he'll be forced to do or execute and make something pop and shake. He's got to. If he don't, I mean, it just stinks, man. And at the end of the day, so no, I don't trust him taking the quarterback, even though it'd be the smart thing to do to take a quarterback. It would be, because you don't have a extended option at the quarterback position. You need a guy. There's a youth movement going on in the NFC South right now. Even if you look at Carolina, you got Golden Corral there. He was a 3rd-round pick last year. They very well, with their new head coach, could take a quarterback. They'll be in the position. They got the 9th overall pick, so you know they're going to do something with the quarterback position. You look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tom Brady retired. They got Kyle Trask there, so they'll have a young quarterback. Atlanta has what's his name? Ritter, Desmond Ritter, who's there. They already started. They already got him playing games for them. So what's up with the Saints? Why are you guys not getting a young quarterback to take you into the future? That's what I'm asking. So at some point, the Saints have to focus on getting that. Now, the Saints did draft a quarterback. Remember, and then put him on the practice squad, and he was pilfered by the Philadelphia Eagles and Mr. Ian Book, who couldn't get right. So, man, I tell you what, we just have to be able to solve the position, and I don't see Dennis Allen being smart. I ain't going to call him not smart, but it just would be a smart move for the Saints to do that, being that we need to join the future with the rest of the NFC South. For real, man. Anyway, free agency could provide that. So no Lamar Jackson and all this kind of stuff. And I say no to the bridge quarterbacks. But at the end of the day, the answer could currently be sitting in Las Vegas, as Bob puts out there, Mr. Derek Carr. Just 1 year removed from guiding the Raiders to an unlikely playoff berth, Carr was benched by Vegas' Josh McDaniels. This man was benched with 2 games left, and he's owed $30+ million. The upcoming year in 2023, when the year folds over, he's going to be worth $40 million, and he got benched with 2 games remaining. And we're going to act like this guy is the answer to all your – they benched this guy. They benched him. They benched this man. He got benched. He stunk so bad he got benched. Carr, and in 15 games, Carr completed just under 61% of his throws. He had over 3,500 yards, 24 touchdowns, and 14 picks. Good-looking numbers, but the numbers as starters were married. He was 6-9 as a starter, so the numbers look decent, but it don't translate into wins. Now, Carr was a 2nd-round pick by the Raiders in 2014 out of Fresno State. He's 63-79 as a starter. This man is like Dennis Allen as a player. Dennis Allen is a losing head coach. He got a losing record as a head coach. And then this is the car he drafted, the car that he drove in the draft. He drafted this guy. This guy is 63-79 as a starter. Good gracious. Good gracious. But they're paying this man $40 million a year, and he's 63-79. Are you kidding me, man? Are you kidding? Well, he can work in New Orleans, Q. How? Who gonna teach him? In 9 seasons with the Raiders, Carr had 64.6 completion percentage for over 35,000 yards. He had 217 touchdowns and 99 interceptions. Those are all nice looking numbers, but he's 63-79 as a starter. So, I mean, he piles up the numbers, just like a Andy Dalton would, but it don't translate into wins. That's the stat I'm looking at. He had 34 career 300-yard outings. All this stuff's beautiful. He turns 32 next month. He's thrown a career-high 14 interceptions in each of the last 2 years, but is a gutty gunslinger that can make all the throws at 6'3", 210 pounds. He hangs tough against heavy pressure in the pocket, but also has an underrated mobility. He does move. He also had 5 different head coaches and 5 different offensive coordinators with the Raiders, yet has shown the football IQ to quickly digest an offensive system, but not to the point where it translates. We know it's not all on the quarterback, but at the same time, it is to a degree, Now, Carr's status. Carr's under contract through the Raiders for the next 3 seasons. However, the Raiders also have made it clear in both actions and statements that he will not be a part of their team in 23. If Carr is still with the Raiders on February the 15th, which is what they were saying, his salary of almost $33 million will be fully guaranteed. So, and he also said in an interview that he's not granting the Raiders any extension or extra time after February the 15th. So, family. The February 15th is the deadline for what the Raiders are going to do with this guy. They got to get rid of him by 15th. He already told him he's not extending any extra time beyond that date because it don't benefit him. So the Raiders got to get rid of this guy. So you're looking at something happening over the next 10 days or so with him. So we'll see, man. He'll count against the salary cap at almost $35 million, man. It is possible the Raiders will release Carr. Now, this is the outcome that I believe will happen. The Raiders will release Carr if they cannot trade him, because who's going to take him on that contract? You have to be a rabid fool to take Carr on this ridiculous Raider contract. You'll be paying this man $40 million a year. There's no way. So if I'm the Saints and you are interested, and I'm saying that I'm not, but if Dennis Allen's interested in this guy, they are. Too many reports swirling around this guy, is that they're saying that if you cannot trade him before the February 15th, you'll more likely try to trade the quarterback unless Carr is willing to push back. He's not. He already said he's not. So then the decision must be reached in the next 2 weeks. So I surmise that if they want him, then more than likely they'll come up and let them pay him off, release him, settle with him. He goes into free agency. And then the Saints, if they're interested in him, then they negotiate with him like that, but not on this contract. This is ridiculous. You're going to pay the man $40 million, and he got benched in the last 2 games. And his record as a quarterback overall sitting up here at 69-73. A $40 million. Let me capitulate that for a second. All right, let me think about that. You got a guy that's going to be making $40 million for the Raiders, and his record as a starting quarterback is 63-79. $40 million quarterback. Are you kidding? Boy, oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. And they're saying it's understandably there could be several teams interested in Carr after they cut him or reach out a settlement with him. They're going to have people that are going to be interested in him, but you shouldn't trade for him. Why the Saints could be interested in Derek Carr. And this is Bob doing his research. Bob's one of the best. Carr was the first player drafted by the Raiders in 2014. 36 overall selection. The head coach of the Raiders at that time, your boy, Dennis Allen, drafted this kid. It would obviously be more beneficial for the Saints if Carr was released. In that instance, they could possibly negotiate a new contract that might be a little easier on the current salary cap situation. The Saints might not have a choice whether to trade for him if the interest in Carr is high. I don't see it. Otherwise, another team could swoop in and he'll never see the free agent market. I don't see that either. I don't think the demand is that great on a guy that got benched and sit up there with a 63-79 record and $40 million owed to him in the upcoming year. Wow. So the Saints need as many draft picks as possible, so they don't need to trade that. New Orleans can make the finances work. It can make some creative financial juggling, but why would you need to, you see? But the Saints are among the best at doing just that. Trading for Carr at his current contract will indicate that he's the franchise asset at the quarterback for the immediate future. He's 33-something odd years old. I don't like it. All right. Thank you, Brother Greg. He says, y'all doubting DA's acumen. Aren't you, bro? Thank you for the super chat. All right. Could Derek Carr be the next quarterback for the New Orleans Saints? We might find out the answer to the question in a matter of weeks. So shout out to Bob for dropping the scoop. Is this guy the answer at the quarterback position? You're paying Jameis $28 million over the next 2 years. They're going to cut Jameis. I think they're going to cut Jameis, put him in the street. Then you got to, this guy, this Dennis Allen drafted this kid. Does he go back to this guy? and bring him in. Well, did Derek Carr be interesting? Maybe if Sean Payton was still here and you brought Derek Carr in, that would be interesting. But he's a gunslinger. He is a gunslinger. And really, you're going to bring a gunslinging ass quarterback in here and you got zero accountability here. So when he throws interceptions, what does Pete Carmichael do? Just look like a rat like this? He just looks like a rat, Pete Carmichael? Just stand there and look like a rat in the face when he throws interceptions? Who going to discipline Carr when he's gunslinging interceptions all over the damn place? You know? What are you going to stand there looking like a rat? I'm just saying, man, at the end of the day, man, there's no accountability in this building, man. So when he starts throwing interceptions, who going to discipline him? Anybody going to tell him anything? Tell him anything at all? Hell, thank you, Marvin, for your super sticker. Thank you, bro. I'm just saying, man, at the end of the day, I just think that it would be a bad idea to bring this guy in here. I mean, who going to check him? This guy here? Saying that, looking like a rat. You check this guy right. You gonna stand there? This guy, he gonna tell him what to do, huh? I'm sorry, but who gonna tell him? Who gonna tell him what to do? Who gonna tell him what to do, man? Huh? I mean, I'm just saying, man. At the end of the day, who gonna tell him something? These guys don't check nobody. They fire the wrong people. Who gonna check them? You gonna stand up there looking like a rat at him? Carr gonna walk up. The Carmichael, coach, I'm sorry. This is my third interception of the game. I'm so sorry. And Pete Carmichael gonna look at him and say, I said, Coach, are you all right here? Somebody get this man some cheese. All right, so anyway, man, I just don't like the idea. I think it'll be bad, man. It'll be a bad bet. It'll be a bad bet, man, to put Pete Carmichael out there and with Derek Carr, man. And no, we're not going to go for that. Hopefully they don't go with this guy. Because even though, listen, Carr has some positives. I don't like his contract. He got benched leaving the Raiders. A change of scenery could help. It could. But at the end of the day, what is he coming here to? What is he come? I mean, who going to teach him the game? Pete Carmichael? Now, I would be interested to see Ronald Curry do it, but it takes vision to do some of this stuff. The Saints they're not doing the things that you would expect. The guys that help you win games that were good, they're not on the team anymore. The guys that made mistakes and screwed up, we're talking about the coaches now, they're on the team. Dennis Allen is on this team. Mickey Loomis didn't give you no reason why he's still here. Didn't do no evaluations, but kept him. And I can tell you why. I told you it's the money. It's the money. They don't want to pay the money because you got to pay this dude whatever he worth to get him off the team, and then extra money to hire somebody to do the job. So that's double dipping in a negative way for them to be able to correct the situation that they themselves made wrong. This was a bad bet. You don't pretend like it's not a bad bet and keep going. You change it up. So at the end of the day, we know Dennis Allen's a loser. I mean, I'm sorry if you don't know it, but thank you, Destin W. Appreciate you hitting that subscribe button. So Dennis Allen's a loser, man. A lot of the movements that he's going to make are, the accountability, none of this makes sense. The coaches that help you win, they're no longer part of the team. The coaches that, like Dan Rashard, why did he get the axe before anybody? Why is Darren Rizzi, the special teams coach who stinks, still here? Why wasn't he fired? What kind of evaluations are you doing when you're keeping the coaches that's doing all the wrong shit? How you do evaluations on the team and say, how did you do that, man? Why did you do? Why we trading coaches that don't play for us no more? How we trading them to somebody else and giving capital away with it like they're not worth what they're getting back in return? What is all this? See, and it's like it's a system. It's like things that why is you, what's that about? What nothing that you're looking at saying, oh yeah, that's great move. It's like, okay, we got a first and a second for the guy, but why would you give him a third? They didn't need to. What are you doing? Anyway, we're gonna get to the point. Let me go ahead and open up the phone lines for some of the family members, man. Shout out to the fam. I appreciate y'all being up in here with me. I don't know what to say, man, about some of this stuff, man, because it's so preposterous and ridiculous. I don't know what to say about. All I can do is sit up here and laugh. Why are you doing this? Why are you trading Sean? Okay, you traded Coach Payton away for a first and a second round pick. You could have got more. They were desperate. You know that, right, Mickey?
Well, listen here, Q. Let me tell you something. No, I know they were desperate. Listen, we don't take advantage of desperate teams. I told you that before on the previous show. You're not listening to me there, old Bucko. Bucko, you're not listening to me.
I said, well, listen, look, Mickey, Bucko? What you mean, Bucko, Mickey?
That's a term of endearment. Bucko. That's what I came up, and that's what I used to call people. It's like buddy.
Oh, okay, Bucko. Okay. Go ahead, continue.
Well, like I told you before, that's why we gave up the third round draft pick.
Well, why? Why would you need to put the third with it? Didn't Sean Payton worth the first and the second round pick? I thought he was worth 2 firsts. What you give him the third for?
Well, we were trying to help out Sean. It'll be tough out there. Let me tell you something. Denver, it's tough. Let me tell you something. They gave up 3 first-round draft picks, and what, Mickey? Why are you helping Sean Payton? He's the Denver Broncos coach, bro. Why you get? Well, listen, we love Sean here. We're gonna try to help him out.
That's all I got, family. Like, none of that make no sense. But anyway, let me open up the phone lines, man. All right, so we got, I see a bunch of family members on there. Oh, no, we suck again. Okay, that's interesting. All right, young Mike the Hurricanes here. JT, brother KT. What's up, Brian? Shout out to you, bro. And Trey Joseph. All right, so we're going to bring one after the other, bro. And we're going to try to streamline the effect. So please, family members, a lot of family members to chime in. So please feel free, get your sentiment in and let the next person pop up. If y'all won't get in the stream, feel free to hit the link is pinned to the top of the chat. You can pop in tonight. It's your time. I want to hear from you guys. Ladies too, my queens. I want to hear from my queens now. Don't let the kings outdo you now. I want to hear from the queens. Y'all be in here, just dropping that science. I want to hear from my queens tonight. So here we go. So we're gonna bring in. No, that's Brother Prime, man. Oh, brother. All right, Brother Prime. What's up, bro? Let me get you in there, man. How you doing tonight, bro? As always, bro, it's always good to talk to you, my friend. I'm doing good.
I saw your mini-me back there behind you a couple of minutes ago, huh?
Oh,
your mini-me.
Yeah, they never too far, Brother Prime. You know how they go, bro.
Well, I'm not gonna take up too much of your time. I just want to say some things off my chest. Number one, you saw the stats for Carr. Carr is not that way much better than Winston. So you got an offensive coordinator and you got a head coach that want to dink and doink, but yet you're going to bring a white gunslinger quarterback to New Orleans when you had a black gunslinger quarterback that does the same kind of things, that could do all the same throws as Carr can do. The man is 63 and 79, and I don't hear no excuse about, well, he didn't have this, he didn't have that. Look, they said that excuse about Dennis Allen. Look at all the talent Dennis Allen had last year. What happened? 7 and 10.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing I want to say. All you Winston haters out there, why y'all hate this young brother so much? What, he took your girlfriend from you or something? Let it go. The brother was screwed over. Man, look, I made me a man cave out of one of my bedrooms this past football season. Bought me a massageable recliner. Had my Winston jersey. Couldn't enjoy none of that because the season sucked. So you bring Carr in. You have, like I say, you have a coach that's On the defensive side, you have an offensive coordinator that believes in think and dunk. So he gonna think and dunk? Who's gonna teach him how to be a quarterback? Who's gonna teach him the system? We done already lost two defensive coordinators, well, co-defensive coordinators, and I'm not surprised by that move at all, because they want to make the final call. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, Q and fellow Who Dats, there are gonna be some players that's gonna leave too. They're about to leave and sink and ship because they know what's about to happen. And everybody talking about, oh, well, we need to get Hendon Hooker, the young quarterback, and blah, blah, blah. Who's going to teach him how to be a quarterback? What's that? What's the offensive coordinator name again? Because I'm about to call the boy Carl Smith, because that's how he coaches.
P. Carmichael.
So what's that knucklehead's name again?
Carmichael. Can you hear me, Brown?
I'm going to tell you, also, be prepared. We're going to have a losing season this season. I'm warning y'all, we might be lucky if we win 7 games this year. Because I look at it this way, Q. Sean Payton put all this into motion. He's the one that say, okay, y'all get Allen, because he wanted to keep his former coaching staff in one place so he can pilfer some of them if he has to. All right? Just think about that. Just think about that. And everybody, and you see Sean Payton in that 3rd round pick, and I agree with you. I agree with you 125% on this, brother. I really do. Why are you giving away a third round pick? I don't understand it. I don't understand these moves. I really, really, really don't. I really don't. But I'm gonna say this last thing. Don't tell me about bringing any quarterbacks to the Saints to replace Jameis, because Jameis could be your bridge quarterback, but I think Jameis is going. I'm gonna support him wherever he goes, because I think the brother's down to earth, and I wish him the best of luck. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're not gonna bring a quarterback that's way better than Jameis, you're gonna have the same results, because they're gonna throw any quarterback they bring into this system as a shutdown king. And I'm gonna tell you, they're gonna probably go with Andy Dalton, and they're probably gonna pick somebody that's not way better than Jameis, and they get what they deserve. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, the way that Mrs. Benson is running this team right now, she's reminding me of Georgia Fontieri when she took over the Rams when they were in St. Louis, when that owner died and screwed that team up. Because there's something really fishy. There's something really fishy about them not reporting Allen's contract. There's something fishy about that. I don't know what it is. I have this sinking feeling that they're paying him a shitload to keep his mouth shut.
I hope not.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, I just have a sinking feeling if he screws up again next year, they're going to keep him. Because you got to remember, we are in salary cap hell. And people talking about bringing all these high-priced quarterbacks and veterans here. No. The Saints got to get out of salary cap hell in the next 2 years. All right? Don't be surprised if Michael Thomas and or Jameis Winston winds up in Denver. Don't be surprised. Because I think at this point, Jameis wouldn't have a problem being a backup quarterback as long as he's given a fair chance to compete. And he'll be a good person to be behind Russell for Sean Payton. I really do. So I'm out here, family, but I'm just going to say this again. Stop talking about all these quarterbacks to replace Jameis that's not way better than Jameis. Stop it. Stop it right now. I don't care about, he went to 3 Pro Bowls. He's a losing quarterback. Look, he threw for 100. He threw for what, 140 something touchdowns and 99 interceptions. Q, do me a favor. Want you to look up Jameis's numbers over his career. I bet you the money he ain't thrown 99 interceptions.
Yeah,
and he's been in the league, what, I think 2 years less than what Carr has been. So look that up and share that with the family from a Q. And I'm going to go at this point, Q. Who that, baby? Have a good evening.
You too.
I'm out of here.
Shout out, Brother Prime. Thank you, man. Much love, bro. All right, that's Brother Prime chiming in. Let's keep it moving along, family. Next one. Let me see.
2 years less.
All right, so
Yeah,
thank Prime on that.
So look that up and share that with the family.
Okay, let's move that out. You're getting a little feedback there. So thank you for that, Brother Prime. Let's move on to the next one. Michael, JT, I told y'all. I can't see that whole thing. I told y'all. Den something or other. I can't see your whole tag there, bro. Trey Joseph, Brother Revolt, and WB3 following. So y'all just be patient, bro. I'm gonna get y'all in there. All right, Michael, the Hurricane. Welcome to the stream, bro. You up next? How you doing, Michael? Michael, can you hear me? You up next, bro?
Yeah.
Hey.
All right, so I know people are gonna get mad at my take, but this is my opinion. I respect everybody who doesn't agree with. I respect your opinion, but to all those people who are saying no, Derek Carr, because like this is what I don't like. People bring up QB records, acting like the quarterback is the reason that they lose every single game. But if the quarterback loses, like say the quarterback loses 52-49, is it really the quarterback's fault, or is it because, for example, Jameis Winston? I'm not trying to bash him, but he doesn't have the greatest QB record either. And hey, people still like him. So I'm sick of people acting like if you are a losing quarterback and people sort of say you're a bad quarterback. Derek Carr. This was like the only reason he was benched is because he had a knucklehead as a head coach. Derek Carr, in my opinion, he has never had a bad season. It's not really an opinion; it's just a fact. Like y'all, like when he had John Gruden as his head coach, Derek Carr was not this bad. But when Josh McDaniels came along, that's when he started playing bad. And even with Rich Bisaccia, he wasn't playing this bad. So I feel like it's the coach, and yes, I know Dennis Allen is a screwball, but in my opinion, Derek Carr, he's a quarterback that I want, and people are going to probably call him crazy, but I love Jameis too, and I'm supporting wherever he goes to, but you can't deny the fact that, like, I feel like Sean Payton had a little bit to do with Jameis' success his first year, because Jameis, other than that 5 touchdown and 4 touchdown performance that he had, he wasn't like blowing the roof off. He wasn't like an MVP candidate, even though people still says he was. And I know he was 6-2, but you gotta look at the you gotta look at the other side of every story. Derek Carr, like that man, he can throw. Even this year, he wasn't even that bad. Like he kept like every time he like Derek Carr. The only reason he had the bad of a season that he did is because he had Like, honestly, I don't even know who's worse, Dennis Allen or Josh McDaniels. I'm leaning a little bit towards Josh, but Dennis Allen's definitely up there, too, with being the worst coach ever, at least in the league right now. So people want to say that Derek Carr is this bum and that he's trash. Well, I'm here to say, and obviously I know it's going to go up against the cap, and we don't need that, but if we do get him, I'm here to say to all those Derek Carr haters, you can shut up, because Derek Carr is not a bad quarterback, because if he was a bad quarterback, the Raiders would have missed the playoffs the season before last season. They wouldn't have been competitive the last few years like they were, because the Raiders, they were not a type of team to get blown out every single week. Like, obviously, they're going to get blown out some games. Like, some of the best teams in the world get blown out in some games, but the Raiders, like, most of the games that they lost this season were competitive, and you can't really blame on Derek Carr. And I feel like the only reason he was benched was not because of Derek Carr's skills, it was because of Josh McDaniels' no-brain head. So, y'all, you can say whatever you want about Derek Carr. I'm a Derek Carr fan. I don't care what anybody says. And if he comes to the Saints, I'm going to support him, even if it doesn't work out. Like, if he becomes the Saints' new quarterback, I'm going to hop on, and I'm going to say, and And whether we sign him or trade for him, I feel like it's gonna be. I feel like it might work out in the end. And if it doesn't, we can still get a new quarterback like in the next draft. If we get a different coach. So that's all I gotta say. I'm signing off for now, but people, to all those Derek Carr haters, if Derek Carr comes and plays out of his mind, just remember, I'm the one who said it first. So peace out.
All right, thank you, Michael. Shout out to you, bro. All right, so that's Michael right there, man, chiming in. And usually Michael's kind of rambunctious, but he actually did a pretty good job talking today. All right, next up on the line, we got JT. JT, what's going on, brother? Welcome on in. JT,
oh, man, how you doing today, Q?
Good, bro. How you feeling, bro?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, going all right. It's just going in and out on your end, sound like it, you know. But I can hear you. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah,
good.
I can hear you. I can hear
you, JT. I can hear you, bro. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you now. I guess it's a little delay. That's all.
Okay.
Okay. I just got. I know you said we're gonna do this a little quick tonight, Q. So I cut some of the things I wanted to tell you. So I'm gonna give you just two of them right now. Now, I did some homework, Q, and some on these Saints, and you know, after every 15 scripted plays, after those scripted plays, you know, the Saints have scored just 10 points. Go back on the games and see what I'm talking about. They only scored the 10 points after those 15 plays, and you changed your defense. I don't understand that. I don't know why you changed your defense when your defense is intact. Now, the middle of your defense got soft at the end. You understand? Maybe it was because, you know, I wouldn't want to have three coaches either over me. And I just got to hear me one voice. I don't need all these voices. You understand? Like somebody's scared to say something. I don't know what it is Dennis Allen got going on. But now, Dennis Allen want to be the main cog now to run the defense like Sean Payton did with the offense. You know, he got to do what Sean Payton did. Sean Payton was the coach, the offensive coach. He want to be known for his defense, so that's how he want to call it. But why you touch your defense when you see your offense after 15 plays? I mean, they'll go downfield and they'll score on you, but then after that, it just gets stale. That's it. Just 10 points after that. Just take a look at that. I did that homework. I sat here and did that the other day, and I say, wait, this something baffling me about this picture. How you get that just those points after 15 plays? And number two, I hear all the family members, we all talking about different quarterback coming to the Saints. How you know these quarterbacks want to come in? If you was Lamar Jackson, and I'm going to just put it right out. Now, like I said, some family members, I'm sorry if you don't hear this real that I'm talking to you, but this is real. If you were Lamar Jackson and you looking at Dennis Allen coming for you to be their quarterback, you ain't going to hide like behind a broomstick like on JJ. You're going to hide. I know I would. I know I would. I would hide. Don't tell him I'm here. Not me. I would. You have to have some. You got to be organized. You got to have a leader. You understand? You can't have no one that don't know his left to his right. Right now we walking into a brick wall right now. Nobody don't see it, but I already called it. We 3 to 5 right now, y'all. We 3 to 5 years out. I'm just being real, and I'm sitting back. I'm prepared mentally for this because what I see it. You know. Then we like Mad Prime said, we're gonna have an exodus of players. Watch when it starts. But see, when your cog players, when your big name players start talking about rolling out, that's when you know it's over. 3 to 5. I ain't gonna keep y'all long, Q. That's your main words. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut out on you. I want to hear somebody true minds in there too from time to time.
Well, thank you, brother JT. As always, appreciate you, bro, for chiming in. Much love to you, my brother. Thank you. All right.
Yeah, no problem.
That's brother JT. Let's move on. Brother Revolt's next. Shout out to you, brother Revolt. Welcome to the show, bro. How you doing, man?
What up, Q?
What's up, bro? Good talking to you, bro.
Hey, Q, I'll be around, man. I don't be in the chat all the time, but I always either catch you on a replay or I'll be sitting here watching you on my TV or whatever. I like to put it up on my TV set.
I'm on the big screen, bro. I'm up on the big screen now, Revolt, bro.
Yeah, you're on the 52-inch right now.
Oh, man. Loving that, brother. Shout out. I'm on TV.
That's right. Yep. Look, man, I'm not looking forward to this season coming up. I'm not going to even lie to you. If anything, I'm looking forward to hurry up and come so it can be over with. And we could move on from Dennis Allen, hopefully. So if we get Derek Carr or draft a guy, I'm still not going to be too enthusiastic about it. But I've been hearing, I don't know if you heard it, but I've been hearing that the Green Bay Packers might be interested in trading Aaron Rodgers now. That's probably the only thing that'll get me a little enthusiastic or put a little energy in or excitement in me to moving forward toward the season. Have you heard that?
Yeah, I did hear about that, bro. It's a big bonus that he's supposed to be getting, man. And you know, but he told the New York Post, they wrote an article saying Aaron Rodgers says he's not going to San Fran in a golf interview. So and the Jets are trying to lure him away. You know, so I mean, I don't know how he feels. He did say at some point he was going to retire coming into the season, and I don't know how he feels with Tom Brady, you know, hanging his cleats up. Is he going to follow him? But he's supposed to get some big old bonus, man. And it's a lot of rumors circulating around him. I don't know what Aaron Rodgers would be interested in coming to the Saints if Sean Payton wasn't here. If Sean Payton was here, you had Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, all these guys were interested. But with him going, you know, who's the drawing card to bring an Aaron Rodgers here? I mean, what's the drawing card? Why would he want to come to New Orleans? You know?
Oh boy, man, you just killed my dream, Q. You killed it.
He turned down San Francisco, bro. And San Francisco is a little close to us. They just got beaten in the NFC Championship game. They had third or fourth string quarterback. They had all the luck in the world. They just ran out of luck in the championship game. But at the end of the day, they seem to be a lot closer than what we are.
Man, look, they talk about quarterback gurus. Shanahan is the only coach, and I've been watching football a long time, that I would ever call maybe what's your guy name in San Francisco back in the day?
Bill Walsh.
Walsh.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Walsh those are the only two coaches I would even call quarterback gurus, and that's including Sean Payton. So if he turns San Francisco down, then I don't think we have much hope. But I would give up that 29th pick to get Aaron Rodgers, man. I'm for real. I trade that pick to get Aaron Rodgers because I think he could play another 5 years.
Well, I mean, I don't know if he has the ability to refuse where he goes, or you know, if you trade him where he wants to go, you know, where he don't want to go. I mean, he can opt to sit out, or
he probably some.
Yeah, he ain't at this stage of his career. Aaron Rodgers is not one. He wants to go to a contending team, and if he says no to the Niners, I mean, the likelihood of him saying yes to the Saints post Sean Payton, and you got Dennis Allen. Dennis Allen don't have a great reputation in NFL circles. He's seen as aloof, and you know, and really he got the job because of Sean Payton. We all know this in the Who Dat Nation. We know that the reason why Dennis Allen is our current head coach is because of Sean Payton. Sean Payton told Mickey Loomis he should be the guy, and Mickey made him the guy. So now we're stuck with him right now. So
I remember Keenan Lewis complaining about that dude several years ago, man. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Keenan Lewis was, I don't remember exactly what he said, but he, I think he was blaming him for getting him cut or something. And he's like, nobody don't like this guy. And I remember that stuck in my head. I remember.
We had a show we was covering that. Everything he said, we covered it. I remember I was playing the interview. We went over it and talked about Dennis Allen and what he was doing, and how he was a backstabber and didn't like his sneaky rat-like ways. And Keenan Lewis was out there, so a lot of people inside baseball said Dennis Allen went to Sean Payton and told him that he wanted to cut Keenan Lewis, who at the time was, I think he was our starting cornerback.
Yeah, he was hurt.
He was playing with that ball. He had a major, what was it, some type of leg injury, ankle injury? Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And Dennis, according to the word on the street, was Dennis Allen went to Sean Payton to tell him to release the guy, and Payton released him.
Yeah, I remember it.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I don't have much, man. I was just checking in. I hadn't hollered at you in a while, man.
I appreciate you, Revolt, bro. Thank you, man.
Yep, y'all be good, man.
You too.
Peace out to the fam.
You too, bro. Peace to you, bro. You be safe out there in Georgia, bro.
Yep. All right, man.
Peace. That's Brother Revolt, man, chiming in, one of the old schoolers, man. Shout out to the fam. We got WB3 next, Brother Trey Joseph, Uncle Paulie. Shout out to Uncle Paulie. We got Byron, man. We got Byron about to chime in. I ain't see Byron in a long time, man. Shout out to Brother Byron, man. And if the family members want to pop in, man, listen, fam. Y'all can pop on up in here, man. The link is in the chat, man. We're going to keep it rolling. Willie, welcome on in. How you doing, my brother?
Yeah, what's happening, bro?
Good, bro. Good to see you. All right?
Yeah, I'm out here cooling, you know what I'm saying?
That was up, bro. What's on your mind, my brother?
Boy, the Saints is a mess right now. But look, bro, Dennis Allen got a chance to go down as like, a great coach because, bro, the NFC South is wide open right now. You heard me? Yeah, they ain't got not one dominant quarterback in the division. You name him, where he at?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we do get Derek Carr. Man, I don't want no Derek Carr, but Derek Carr to be to win this division, bro. I'm just saying. I don't want him.
Hurricane Michael feels, he says, man, listen, man, Carr would be in.
I heard Michael. You know? Yeah, I heard him and I feel him. But man, I don't want no Derek Carr, man. I'm just saying, bro.
Okay.
You know that.
Let me ask you this, Will. What if you was a general manager, bro, at the quarterback position, what would you do? What would more likely be the best thing?
I don't know, bro. I take a coin and flip him and pick up some of those bitches coming out of college and try to grow with him. That's what I do, because Aaron Rodgers, at the end of the day, he's would you call that a stopgap or whatever? Even if he do bring us and win a Super Bowl, he an old ass man. You know what I'm saying? So
he's like 33, I think. Isn't he like 32 or 33 years old?
He not Tom Brady.
31.
Look at the Buccaneers right now. You see what I'm saying? They got that old ass man in there for about 3 years. And look at them now.
Mm-hmm.
They wish they had Jameis Winston right now.
He might go there once the Saints release.
Boy, if I was Jameis Winston, I would go there. But I don't, man. Hey, bro, Q, I have no idea what the Saints gonna do, bro. No, hey, the way I look at it, we rebuilding.
Yeah. Well,
that's the only thing I can see, bro. That's the only that, man. I can't see, man, bro. I don't know what to say, man. Yeah, bro, I don't know what to say, bro, about these people, man. This shit ridiculous, man. You heard me? They gave Sean Payton away for a bottle of a tail of white Pope or the red Pope. That's it, basically. They could have stood on them people and made them people give up something else, and then it turned around. Sean Payton loved that 3rd round draft pick. Why are you gonna get it to that man, bro? But I can understand they trying to get rid of him and do something with him while they can. I can understand that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Willie, they said that's the best deal they can make. I don't believe that, man. I don't think I think the team, you got a desperate team. Denver was very desperate. They got the phone slammed in their face. Well, actually, D'Amico Ryans turned them down twice in the same
He's
day,
stupid.
and
Hey, he's
Harbaugh turned
stupid,
them
Q.
down. Harbaugh turned them down too. So
Hey,
they
but
got
D'Amico
turned down
Ryan,
3 times.
D'Amico Ryan's stupid because I wouldn't turn him down to go to Houston.
That's where he
Boy,
comes from. That's how he made his bones.
Hey, I understand all that, but boy, that franchise right there is all messed up, son.
Well, they don't expect miracles to happen. I think if he goes to Denver, they want him to win right away. The pressure's there. At least in Houston, he has an opportunity to build that organization, and I'm pretty sure he's smart. I think he got a 6-year contract with him.
Man, Sean Payton gonna go up there in Denver and flood, bro. He ain't got Drew Brees in his pocket up there, bro.
I think he's gonna do all right, Willie. I think he's gonna do.
He might do all right, but he ain't got no quarterback. Boy, Russell Wilson is trash. Yeah, I'm just saying.
He was trash last year, I think, but Sean Payton helps him. I think Payton helps him. And he said one of the ways he's gonna help him is give him a running game. That helps you out.
I hear that, Q, but listen to this. This common sense. If Russell Wilson was that dude, Seattle would have never cut him loose.
You might have a point on it, bro. They might have seen something.
I'm just saying, hey, bro, quarterbacks is hard to find in the NFL.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they hard to come by, boy. Pete Carroll ain't stupid.
No, far from stupid. Far from stupid. Man. Right. Yeah, he might have seen something, man. They fleeced him for a lot,
bro. Go ahead.
They gave up a lot to get him, but they stuck with him. They got Payton on 5 years. They got Russell for whatever they got him, 4 years or whatever it is. So I mean, I think he's gonna get him to win, man. He's gonna take some pressure off.
Seattle got the pick we should have got from them from Denver. I'm telling you, bro, this shit so messed up, bro, bad, bro. But I understand, Q. I tell you, I understand why they did it, how they did it. But man, this shit is so messed up, boy. I wish Sean Payton the worst of luck, bro, for this bullshit.
Right.
You heard?
I got you. All right, well, listen, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you for chiming in, bro. Good to see you, man.
Bro.
Good to see you, bro.
Nice talking to y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Same to you, bro. You be safe out there. I'm gonna see you on the Pelican post game report, bro.
Hell yeah, hey, they flubbing too, you know. But
I know that's why you gonna be fussing. That's why I know you're gonna be fussing about it.
That's why I've been on the. That's why I've been on the show. I want my pressure to go up, man. I'm sick of these people getting their ass kicked, bro.
All right, Will, I'm holler at you, bro. Be safe, bro.
Right.
Peace. All right, that's Willie, man. Chiming in, brother Willie. We got Trey next. Shout out to Trey, man. Trey, welcome to the stream, bro. How you doing, sir?
Who that to you, Q? You already know what time it is. ESPN can't flock with us over here ever, man. It ain't happening.
Appreciate you, bro. It's been a while, bro, since we heard from you, bro. Everything been going good, bro?
Oh, yeah, man. I'm living life, man. It's been great. Other than the Saints winning, you know.
Yeah. Pelicans as well, bro. It's tough times in the city,
tough
man. Let me tell
in
you
the Pels
something.
Nation as well,
yes,
man.
indeed.
But we're going to be good in the Pels. We're going to rebound strong. We're going to have strength in the playoffs. But that's a whole nother show. I ain't trying to drag the Pelicans in here. And we in all black in this nation over here, man.
All right.
I truly believe that we're in the dark ages. It's going to be about 10 years. The moves we're making now, it's going to set us about 10 years back. It's going to be a tough time for a very long time. We may be able to correct course and slow the downfall if we fire Dennis Allen within the next year. But if we keep him for another 2 years, it's going to be at least 10 to 12 years before we are able to recover from this disastrous moves we're making at the current point in time. It's going to be very, very bad and very, very hard for our franchise. Oh, man. Just thinking about it makes me so depressed. I can't, this cannot go any worse. Like, the 29th pick is cool and all, but it's like people are saying, it's basically a second round pick. We got a second rounder and we gave up a third rounder for Sean Payton. I don't understand why we did that. But Mickey Loomis is going to be Mickey Loomis. He's going to hopefully find us some kind of treasure with this pick that he got us. Because we didn't have a first round pick, which would have been, I don't, what do we need? A QB? We we might get I don't know. Just the draft, the way the draft could fall is impossible. Too many variables for the draft to predict the draft now, but we could possibly get a good quarterback. But like you said, I have very little faith to be able to develop the quarterback, even if we do find a gem in the rough.
Yeah,
but that's really all I got to say right now. I just wanted to say that I believe this is ushering in a dark age for our franchise. Hopefully I'm wrong. I pray to God that I'm wrong, but my eyes don't really lie that often, and that's what my eyes are telling me.
All right, well, shout out to you, Trey. Appreciate you chiming in, dropping the scoop, my man. Much love to you, bro, as always, man. And be safe out there, bro. We're going to holler at you on the Pelican Post Game Report, bro.
For sure. Go Pels, and who that to you, Q. Much love.
Same to you, my brother. Who that to you? All right, that's Brother Trey, man. Shout out to that brother, man. We got Uncle Paulie chiming in next. Brother Byron, Brother Greg. That's KT, I think, right there. KT, and then Brother Wallace, man. So, Uncle Paulie, are you on there? Can you hear me, my brother?
Well, yeah, Q, you better hold on. Dennis Allen got us out here. We about to go off the airline bridge. Look out, look out, look out. Q, what is they doing over there on Airline Drive? Q, Dennis Allen said the same back at least 25 years. This feel like the dick of year. Dennis Allen and Pete Carmichael are using the brains of three people, Mo, Larry, and Curly. What kind of foolishness is going on here, Q?
I don't know.
I'm like, they playing a crew joke on us, Q, they ought to tell us or something. This is just getting ridiculous. You let Ryan Nielsen lead. You let Coach Chris Richard lead. What, Q? Now watch the defense go into the tank next year. What you think? Watch it.
I hope not. I mean, the truth, the way this is what I gleaned from it, brother. Uncle Paulie, listen. The Saints, the Saints. Ryan Nielsen been trying to get out of that, trying to get climb the chain for a while. Richard should have been the call, but like they said, Ian Rappaport dropped it in a tweet, and he did a report on NFL.com that Dennis Allen is planning on calling the plays in 2023. The problem is both of the guys that left wanted to be actual coordinators, and Dennis Allen is actually the coordinator. See, that's the truth. They hired this guy, Grantham, who's an experienced coach. He's been all around college everywhere. He's about 56 years of age. He's going to be a guy, his background is the defensive line. The Saints are not really looking for a defensive coordinator position, like a guy that actually coordinates, because Dennis Allen wants to do that. Not only does he wants to double dip, he wants to be the head coach and the defensive coordinator. And when we did the show, I said, man, that's why you see two really good guys that, Richard's a former coordinator and Ryan Nielsen wants to be the coordinator, that he's not willing to give the defense to. Now, he could have kept one of them. Just give them the defense.
Right. Richard, when he was supposed to be, I knew it was sure sign of trouble when Dennis came with that co-coordinator crap. Where you ever heard that at? Come on now.
Yeah, he couldn't make the call, and the reality is they just it was only in name. It was just a position in name. Both of those guys had no real power over the summation of the defense. And if you're a defensive coordinator, you want to be able to call the plays on the defense. You want to be able to have full reign of the defense. You're the coordinator, and those guys didn't have that. They just were position coaches with that title. And you had Coach Richard was the secondary coach. Ryan Nielsen was the defensive line coach, and they had no real power, totality of the defense. They had no real power over the whole of the defense, and that's what Dennis Allen's at. He's sitting up there calling the plays. He's trying to do a reverse Sean Payton, like what Brother Revolt was saying. So I mean, in essence, I was like, listen, relinquish the defense to a trusted person like a Ryan Nielsen or Chris Richard. Merely act as an overseer of the team, and you could have kept one of those guys. Now Dennis Allen is like, he refuses to relinquish the defense. So at the end of the day, this is what we have. So he'll have an assistant to come in and operate the defensive line, which is Grantham, and that's supposed to be Joe Woods, another guy he coached with in Oakland, is supposed to be interviewing, or if he interviewed, we had no information about that. That'll probably come out tomorrow or the following day. about Joe Woods and his background is secondary. So Joe Woods, the former Brown coordinator, could very well end up being your secondary coach, and Grantham could end up being your defensive line coach. So this is not official, but this is what we're looking at. What possibly the defense can end up. But the question is, like you mentioned, the defense was the strength of the team. Does the defense at the end of the day improve with these new coaches, these new moves, because it's the strength of the team? So at some point, you're going to have to make some moves offensively speaking to make sure the offense carries its water, because the offense didn't carry that water last year. We can't put all this stuff on the defense, and a special team coordinator can't even keep the guys to teach them to block for the kick returners and punt returners, so we can have shorter fields to operate on. So there's a lot of stuff that's going on for Dennis Allen. Some of these guys might not want to be under Dennis Allen. Most of these guys see Dennis Allen like we do. And it don't take me to be up in the building looking at Dennis Allen and know Dennis Allen is discombobulated and he's not a leader. He's not a leader type. We can look at him and see. He gets up on the press conferences. He's not believable. He's not confident in nothing that he's saying. He's disheveled, disorganized, stuff flying over his head. He don't recognize things obviously in his face when things are wrong. He's not decisive. He don't make moves quickly. He does petty stuff like the Jameis Winston thing. Got mad at Jameis because Jameis called him out to the press. He benched him for the rest of the season at the detriment of his team. So I recognize the pettiness. Plus, like with Brother Revolt was talking about with Keenan Lewis, we talked about that a ways back, of him and his sneaky backstabbing rat-like ways. A lot of people don't like Dennis Allen, and even the executive from the Raiders called him out and said he would when he was the coach at Oakland, he'd get to the team late and leave early. All this kind of stuff, man. So I mean, at the end of the day, some people just not made to be head coaches of teams, and sometimes people get in positions and jobs that they shouldn't be in. This is a clear example of that, man. So when he fails in the upcoming season, we'll finally get rid of him. We'll get rid of him eventually.
Listen, to me, now don't get me wrong. We can't put this completely on Dennis Allen, even though he bears a lot of responsibility.
That's true.
The Saints defense was always up and down with Sean Payton when he was the head coach. We got to admit that. Going through what within, I think, a 5-year stretch, the Saints had 4. You start off with Gary Gibbs, you fired him. You got Rex Ryan. He didn't one of the Ryan brothers, whichever one there. He didn't work out. You fired him. Then you fired Rob Ryan. Okay, then.
Yeah.
I couldn't get him. I know there's 2 brothers there. It seemed like both of them was on there with the defense play. But anyway, then you go get Greg Williams, and you had the Bounty Gate stuff. That Sean Payton may not never admit it, but when he got suspended for that year Q and a bunch of some of the other coaches and whatnot, that just took the wind out of Sean Payton. Said, I'm really surprised he didn't quit, a little after then, because that just killed it. The Saints could have won at least 3 more Super Bowls if that mess hadn't happened. I'd I bring Roger Goodell totally for that, and I ain't gonna never forget that. They did not want the Saints to become a dominant team, but team like New England and the 49ers and all, these what they call these classic teams like Kansas City, that's the team they like to be. That's Kansas City in the Super Bowl now. Q, you right. These some low-down, dirty, scandalous people sitting up here rigging this stuff so they got who they want to win. The Saints ought to have at least 2 or 3 Super Bowls by now, man. It's like Q. It's just like somebody on the inside that's really trying to just sabotage this whole team. But I'm gonna tell you what, they're gonna go in that dome and see all them empty black seats up there. And when the Boo Birds start on Dennis Allen, it's gonna be ugly, Q. Call. Listen, I'm not spending one thin dime to go sit up in there and watch Dennis Allen sit up there with Andy Dalton. I'm not doing it, Q. It was just like watching Andy Dalton sometime last year, Q. It was just like you going to the doctor in the emergency room, they ask you, do you want a root canal or brain surgery? Take your pick. Both of them bad. You don't want your foot doctor being your dentist. And that's just what it was like watching Andy Dalton. Listen, I thought Trevor Simeon was bad. Andy Dalton took the cake, Q. How you standing there? You see the play with 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes. You done held the ball too long. Here you go take the sack. Q, what quarterback in high school don't know to get rid of the ball? You don't want to be doing, and then throwing the interception. Q, it just was so aggravating watching Andy Dalton. And Q, some of that stuff, I think he did it on purpose, man. He'd walk off the field like he wasn't upset, like he wasn't frustrated, or nothing. I'm like, I said, I really believe that they saw that dog did to crash this offense, and Dennis Allen is really happy. What you think? It was just pathetic, man. You couldn't make that up sometimes. Q, what you think?
Very
I'm
cool.
like, good Lord.
It was distasteful, man. Watching it the whole season,
Taysom
man.
Hill,
Really,
man.
it was
It's 3rd and
distasteful.
15. You gonna put Taysom Hill in there and tell him to run it? 3rd and 15. Really? That's really smart. Okay then. I'm like, come on, y'all.
Yeah, it was a collective fail, and no doubt about it. Mickey Loomis with the bad hire, and then not only just the hiring, but Mickey Loomis should have kind of kept a closer watch on Dennis Allen. And when Dennis Allen started free falling, losing, he didn't jump in there and try to correct anything. He just, and it's just Mickey Loomis didn't do what he was supposed to. He wasn't. He should have got in there with. Go ahead, brother.
I mean, but I'm just thinking right quick. That's why I really miss Tom Benson. If Tom Benson was still right, if Gail Benson had any of her husband in her, listen, Mickey Loomis gonna let Dennis Allen cost him a job. Cause like I said, next year start the ticket prices and season ticket holders start. Now we ain't renewing this year. Let that money start falling at that crowd. He gonna get fired next year if he don't win. I don't care what they say. What you think, Q? It's coming to a head.
I think, yeah, it didn't save Dennis Allen, family. It really didn't. Dennis Allen is boy, he facing a lot of pressure to win. It won't be a third year because this upcoming year, they're gonna the Who Dat Nation is gonna really not. They're gonna really. It's an economic boycotts going on. It's not. And then this is the thing. The Saints are so stubborn and so hell bent on keeping a little bit of money that they're making that they think they're gonna do these moves and think that no, and I've always said, like, you got to keep your ear to the street to know what's going on. You got to know what's going on, the vibe on the street. You can never get too big where you feel like you don't care about what the people thinking, and you can just give the people anything and expect them to support you because they supported you for 30 plus years or whatever the case may be. No. You have to provide service every year. You got to do what's right every year. Because the Saints didn't. It took the Saints 20 plus years before they got a first winning season. It took them even longer before they got to the playoffs. Who does that? Who sticks around for 20 years? We gave you all of that. We've given you the comfort, the cushion to be sucky. And then it came up to the family members saying, "Man, enough is enough. We're not tolerating this no more. You will give better service than this, so we're not going to eat at your restaurant. You're going to do better service here. We're not going to come over here to your car wash. We're not going to," and that's the thing.
Hurricane Katrina took that. I mean, they had to show Benson. Benson thought he would go, well, it's the only game in town. So, well, you take your butt to San Antonio.
He threatened the Who Dat Nation. He had the politicians in his back pocket, but the people bucked him and said, no, we're not going to give you that for a losing team. And he tried to use the San Antonio, city of San Antonio against the New Orleans and threatened to move the Saints to the Alamo Dome because he had dealerships and businesses out there. See, and you remember, because he was a car dealer. He went from, the lower end cars, and now you see most of his stuff is Mercedes-Benz and all this high-end stuff. The Benson family got really super rich and went to those higher levels of being billionaires because of the investment that the Who Dat Nation gave to them because they gave good service in return. You gave us a good product on the field. And as a result, we awarded you by giving you money. See, that's how we work. You give us a good product, you give us good service, we reward you with the money. You keep doing it and you keep reproducing like that, then we'll continue to give you even more money and we'll continue to bless you with what we have. That's how it works. The moment them people starts feeling in their gut that we can just give these people anything and they'll go for it. And most fans, it operates. That's why I be telling family members, you can call yourself whatever you want to call yourself. But I would not call myself a fanatic because fanatics fanatic do whatever they tell them to do. And a fanatic don't involve himself or herself in the thought process of or empowering themselves. They don't say, well, I'm not going to support them because they're not listening to what's going on. They're doing these stupid things. They're not listening. And then you have to give the people something to be excited about. None of this is excitable. None of this. Now, and they're obviously, it's so badly put together. There's so much BS going on. And Mickey Loomis holding press conferences with no answers. saying stuff like we got to do our evaluations, but is Dennis Allen the coach? Yeah, but you just said you didn't do any evaluations. So how did you say you keeping Dennis Allen? Explain that. No explanation. You don't have to explain it. I explain it to you. It's BS, and it's clear BS. It's not even a sneaky, covert BS that they usually try to do. It's like they just throw anything. Oh, they'll just take whatever. No. At the end of the day, what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep this money in our pockets. So when you up there, this is the first exercise. I told the family members this, and I'm gonna jump to the next caller. But I told the family members this: if you really want to see change, keep your money in your pocket. You can still watch the games, but don't go down there. If they put their stuff on sale, don't buy it. If they, all this, whatever functions, don't.
That's the only way it's gonna change.
That's the only way it's gonna change. That's on
right.
And some of the people, some of the writers, there's some, not all of them, but some writers believe that you're gonna take whatever they give them. I'm like, no, I'm not. That people don't understand, man. If you don't like what's going on, if they got a gas station in your neighborhood that's always got some BS, they got nasty service, they're an eyesore up there, there's shooting going on, there's all kind of BS going on at that sneak ass gas station up there, then you don't need to go. And this thing, you don't support that gas station. I don't care what you look like or where you come from. If it's bad for the community, don't support that goddamn gas station. And watch how fast that gas station pack up and leave or get on code with you. It's the power is not in the person receiving the money, it's the person giving the money. Because the person giving the money to the people, they taking it and they getting wealthy and elevating higher end standard. But it's a problem with that because you get too high, they start forgetting who gave them the money. The power is what you always say to Who Dat Nation: keep your damn money in your pocket. Don't go down there. And when they start seeing all those empty seats, they start seeing those season tickets come down. They start seeing them falls in the concessions and the t-shirt revenue and all of the merchandise. They're gonna get right. Because ain't nobody more important than them making money. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Ain't nobody worth them losing that much money. It's a shame they got to learn that way, but it is what it is. They not listening.
You know what Q did? It's gonna take them looking bad league wise. See, Saints ain't look bad in a while, and the other team laughing at them and other owners and stuff. That's what it's gonna take them to change. So I'm not. Listen, listen, Q. We, like I said, we're not fanatics. We're Saints support. I love the Saints. But I don't like Dennis Allen, and I don't like Pete Carmichael, and I don't like what they're doing over there in that front office. But like you say, if they don't change it, they think the fans, the supporters gonna put up with that. We gonna show them better than we can tell them.
Gonna show you.
Not doing it.
We did in the past. That's why the games was on radio. They had the games blacked out. We used to listen to the games on WWL all the time. All the time.
What about the tickets? Couldn't give the tickets.
Couldn't give them away. Right, we ain't going. We were doing. This ain't nothing new. The only thing I'm pushing is economic boycotts. That's what we did back in the day. We put them bags on our heads. That wasn't people making fun of the Saints that were outside people. That was actually the Saints family members telling them because they wouldn't listen. It get to a point when they don't listen to you. It's a cycle. We're at that point again in the cycle when we need to rip out and come back out with them economic boycotts because they refuse to listen. So at the end of the day, we'll bend your knee. We will bend you down because I keep telling them, you are not the power, we are. And when we do that, then you can get them prices down in that dome on those concessions. They're charging you double with that stuff work. We can get them prices down on that gear. They're charging you triple with that stuff work. You see what I'm saying? You're not going to triple charge me and double charge me, and then you're not paying no rent on them buildings.
Pay $20 for some tacos and water down cheese.
You're not going to do that. You're not going to play them games with us. We too smart for that. All that dumb shit is over with. That's over with. You're not going to triple charge me for merchandise. You're not going to double charge me to park. It should be free to park. And security should be provided by the Saints. Your car shouldn't be getting broken in. I'm talking true talk here. At the end of the day, they'll give you whatever you are willing to put up with. So at the end of the day, it's all about getting on code. I don't care what you look like or where you come from. If you hear this is true, you need to understand and use the discipline, which is a part of the power dynamic. You are empowered. Use your discipline and your economic power. Keep your dollar in your pocket as a base and watch how things change. Then we can pull all of that stuff down incrementally. This is an exercise of power. Uncle Paul, I'm gonna jump to the next caller, bro. But go ahead, finish your thought. We'll jump.
If Dennis Allen really loved the Saints and the community, he would have handled that Jameis Winston situation better than that. Now, what if Jameis leave? What's gonna happen to you? You done missed
You
up
go
the
to Tampa?
quarterback position again. You know, you ain't gonna go to Taysom. You
Yeah.
know,
No, he go to Derek Carr.
Left guard in the draft if you want to. Just go ahead, Dennis Allen, because you know you're gonna do something stupid, Q. But thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Uncle Paulie. Shout out to you. Good to see you. Appreciate y'all chiming in.
Yeah, man. Now we gonna keep it together. Hey, we're gonna keep holding the feature fire. Keep telling the truth, Q, because that's the only way people change when you keep telling the truth.
Shout out to
you.
you.
Can't go along with the crowd. You got to stand up for yourself.
And
like I said, the Saints won that Super Bowl. If they weren't gonna stay a Super Bowl caliber team, they should have told somebody, because we ain't checking for nothing less but greatness. Thank you, Q.
Now you gotta give me some Reverend
Hey, Reverend Saint started the show off. He started. You ain't hear him playing that disco lady? Y'all ain't hear disco lady? She Uncle Paul, she got to run it back. Reverend Saint was at the top of the show. He was playing disco lady. All right, bro. Shout out. Appreciate y'all, man.
All right, your Black Sway, hey too now. Take it easy. Who that?
Who that? All right, that's Uncle Paul. Shout out. We got KT in the building. KT, man, welcome on to the stream, bro. How you doing, bro?
Man, Q, I really ain't the type to say I told y'all so, but at the beginning of the season when they hired Dennis Allen, I told them this was going to happen. This dude had two of the best pass rushers of his generation, and he played them out of position. Now, he seemed like a lost cause. He can't move the offense. He firing the defense coordinators, the secondary coach and line coach. Now, he trying to bring back his buddies. This is why I say something needs to change. You can't grow on purpose. You need to grow with a purpose. I'll say it again for the people in the back one more time.
Sound like a minister, KT.
You can't grow on purpose. You need to grow with a purpose. So I'm at the point, I'm not a fanatic. I'm a Saints supporter. I wish the team the best. I hope that I'm wrong. But I already see it as a lost cause. I'm waiting on them to get rid of this, get rid of Dennis Allen, get rid of Mickey Loomis, get rid of Pete Carmichael, and just start with some new, fresh minds. Head coach, offense coordinator, all that, because real talk, that seems like that's going to be the only way anything changes. That seems like the only way anything going to change, Q, and these guys aren't going to get that. And I want to say one thing before I get out of here to the young brother, Michael Hurricane. My dad is a Raiders fan, young man. When you know better, you do better. Derek Carr isn't a bad quarterback. Derek Carr's floor is a good quarterback. Derek Carr's ceiling is a very good quarterback. So his ceiling is second tier. He's only been to the playoffs twice. He's only played in the playoff once. You can make all the excuses you want about Derek Carr and Josh McDaniels. Derek Carr had the best receiver in football and still couldn't do anything. So, miss me with that. Y'all be blessed. Y'all have a good night.
Shout out to you, KT, bro. I'm gonna bring you back on next week for the scouting shows, bro. I'm gonna reach out to you.
Hit me up on email.
I got you, my brother. Thank you. All right, that's my brother KT, man. All right, let's get the next one to that. Brother Greg, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. What's going on, Big Q? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you, bro. I can hear you loud and clear, my friend.
I just want to say, first off, long-time listener, short-time super chatter. I just want to give a shout-out and give the roses to all the channels out here. You got Hoodie Jew, the Boot Tragedies. All y'all are giving us real content for the Saints because the national media don't give no nares about us unless it's to make fun of us. So shout out to y'all and thank you for what y'all doing.
Thank you,
but really, I got on here to just say a couple things. Of course, everybody in that same mindset, we all got that feeling of just damn from this season. And I get it. But, you know, I am hopeful because I am one of those people. I'm half glass full. You know, I've been with this team since we was throwing backwards 20-yard passes with Aaron Brooks and dealing with Jeff Blake and all that BS. So I done seen the dark side and I've seen the high side. So I think that if we can get the rat out, get Pete Carmichael, indecisive ass out, excuse my language, But I think that's one of the major problems with this team is that we are plagued by inaction. It is the fear to act when it's time to rise. Everybody always either coils up and runs away or they don't want to act at all. And until we get to a point to where we're able to do that, we're not going to be able to succeed. Just like you said, it was, we had teams out here that had major gaps throughout the season. It was filling them gaps with no problem whatsoever. But we didn't make no moves. What does that say about us? We have no action. They are afraid. And I mean, it's going to get to a point to where this team is going to be, like you said, untouchable. No one wants to come here. But if the hope is, if someone does want to come here, I think the options that we have that people aren't talking about, one is Geno Smith. Geno Smith, if he's not kept by then we could do is we trade off because we're not utilizing him. Never gonna start here. He is what he is, but he can go and start his career somewhere else, in my opinion. But our defense, this whole Chris Richard, getting rid of him and Ryan Nielsen going, that's a sign. When a business is doing bad, all the good employees start ducking and turning ship. So the offensive,
you're breaking up a
the
little
only
bit.
people that wanted to make change. My bad. The only ones that was wanting to make change was the only ones that changed teams, left, or had to leave and part ways, like they said on that BS. He didn't part ways. He left because of creative differences. So, I mean, until we can get all this wrapped up, in my opinion, getting rid of DA and Pete Carmichael is the first step. Until we can do that, we're going to be stuck here like brother Trey said. This is going to be a long 3 to 5. I mean, at this point, I done put my jersey in storage right next to my fanny pack, bro. It's going to be a minute until I can pull that thing out. Not even gonna lie. I'm out here in Tennessee talking about, yeah, man, Derrick Henry. Because I mean, it's getting rough out here, and I'm hoping for the best. But my question to you, Q, is, besides the Derrick Carr and all that, what about Justin Fields and Geno? Is this a situation where we can't get a mobile quarterback?
I don't know about the Geno Smith.
The Justin Fields thing, I don't think that's gonna happen, bro. I mean, the only way we get him is through trade. Getting him a trade. I don't think the Saints they're not even looking at Justin Fields' way, to be honest with you. Geno Smith's an interesting option, but do they have the imagination for Geno Smith? If you're talking about a bridge quarterback, Geno Smith is interesting. Do they hash it out with Jameis? Is it a foregone conclusion that Jameis Winston is gone? It most certainly looks like it. But yeah, and there's obviously they're not even looking in the direction of some of these other men. Justin Fields is interesting, a young quarterback with NFL experience, who teaches about him, played a job down here. Geno Smith had a really good season in Seattle, how he played. And then, of course, Derek Carr is one that a lot of people are throwing around. A lot of people don't want Carr here. And he puts up stats, and I can't deny what he's doing, man. His stats are beautiful. But it's just the wins and losses are just – you got 69 wins versus 63 and 79 as a starter.
Yeah, but so does some of that not come down to having a 32nd ranked defense?
That's part of that. A part of that is true, bro. A part of that is true.
But at the same time, a winner's gonna win no matter what. Even if you got a trash defense, I mean, Breeze will go out there and get us 50 points when we had a defense that was made of Swiss cheese.
Exactly.
So at the end
it's
of the day,
not all on him, but he gonna get that blame though, bro. As
oh,
a
yeah.
starting quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, you could throw in the fact that he had all these different coaches during his tenure and these offensive coordinators. You got to throw that in there, but still in all, I mean, regardless of whatever you have, if you are the starting quarterback and you're a guy there, you expected to win, and
right,
and it is what it is. So I see your point, but go ahead, brother Greg.
But the other part is, I think what you're saying is completely right. We need to have this boycott going. But at the same time, I don't think a real change is going to be made until the markets are affected. Because, I mean, that's the other reason why we don't really get a lot of players, because our market's not big enough. But if it shrinks to the point to, like you said, we back on the radio, then they definitely going to listen. They definitely going to listen at that point. But I want to be hopeful. I want to be optimistic. I know it's been a lot of doom and gloom since it's been past 2 tough seasons. But, I mean, I got hope for, our offseason plays, because we do make some good offseason moves most of the time. I will say that. And that $50 million, that's going to be gone by next Tuesday. We always know how to move money around. I don't know how we do it. I don't know where it's going. I don't know who pocket getting it, but we always we get rid of money like it's no problem. So, but I'm saying all that to say, everybody, I'll see y'all in about 3 years. You know, it's gonna be all right. But I'm just hoping. You know, I'm trying to stay optimistic. That's all we can do. You know. But like I said, it's not being a fanatic. I just want us to stay positive. You know.
Right. I mean, it's like one of the family members said. It's going to be a tough time. Now we know that they gotta give you something, bro. They gotta.
Oh, you're right.
They gotta give you something that make you feel enthusiastic about the season. It's the Saints missed the playoffs in back-to-back years now, and instead of we were 9-7 a year ago, now we're 7-9. We're regressing here. Sean Payton, who was the best coach you ever had, is now in Denver. You have his
looking happy. You saw the video. That man smiling ear to ear.
Cheesed up. He cheesed up happy. Yep. He cheesed up happy because he knows he can make Denver win. It's a really good. Actually, it's even better than when he took the job in New Orleans when he had to build the team. You know, that team he'll have there in Denver. The defense is already a good, decent team. So it's the special teams. They have skilled players there. They got to tune up that offensive line, but all of the guys like he's familiar with are available. Dan Richard can come in and work that offensive line. Coach Richard can come in and take over the defensive coordinator position if it's not the guy Avero who's there from Denver. If he doesn't talk him into it. So Joe Lombardi got fired as an OC. Maybe he follows Payton to Denver. So they got a lot of stuff working for him. This is a really good spot. And plus the Saints helped him out by giving him a 3rd-round draft pick so he can even add that to his docket for the upcoming year. So at the end of the day, Payton got a lot to be cheesed up for. He got his paper. He got a good setup there. And we here, I promise you that more than likely Denver going to win before we do. But ultimately, we're going to go through a little pain, but I don't think it'll be a long-lasting pain, man. I think the Saints are really going to one that's going to feel a lot of the pain because they anticipate making a lot of money because a lot of the hundreds of several $100 million that they dumped into the Superdome over these renovations over the last several years, they're piping in and estimating that they're going to bank out because all of the improvements they made to the Superdome. They're going to be in for a rude awakening. You got to listen. You got to listen to the people you're getting the money from, man. You don't take money from us and not listen to us and then pretend like you're listening to us when you're not. You can't even justify these moves logically. And even the staunch supporter of the team can't justify these moves. And it's glaringly obvious what's going on. So we'll see how they handle it, bro. Me personally, I don't think Dennis Allen makes it through the year.
Yeah, me either. I got one last thing, and then I'm gonna head out. You ever considered us going like changing our defensive scheme to 3-4? We got all these strong ass linebackers, and we always have skinny D ends on the sides. Cam Jordan is probably got another year or two left in him. Why don't we just beef up, go 3-4, and keep our linebackers? Because we got a star-studded linebacker cast, man. I don't think we need to get rid of nobody at this point.
Well, I mean, the 3-4 situation, that idea is not a bad idea, Greg. I mean, and really early on, remember, when Ryan was here, he was trying to do stuff like that. You had Dennis Allen was saying that he would use the 3-4 before he fell in love with the modified nickel. So I think the Saints, you got Caden Ellis, you're speaking about Pete Werner. So the Saints do have an interesting group. DeMarco Jackson, we'll see what he can do. Demario Davis is still there. So they got an interesting group of linebackers. I don't think Dennis Allen, he was supposed to utilize the 3-4 in certain sets, but his imagination just shrunk to that modified nickel, and you probably won't see that. But, I mean, it wouldn't be a bad look for us. I mean, you to take advantage of some of them linebackers, but it does. You're going to have to get a little bit deeper with them linebackers because somebody like Pete Werner, he gets hurt, man, and then what you going to dip off into?
That's true.
So we got to kind of solidify our linebacker position a little more before we start kind of experimenting with that. But I'd still say Dennis Allen doesn't have the imaginations to morph around and use these different defensive schemes, man. So it's a shame.
Go down his acumen again.
Oh yeah, well, Greg, I got to, bro. I mean, 24th ranked run defense, bro. You were top 5, top 10 over the last several years. How did you drop so drastically? And you got basically the same personnel. So
that's true.
Nose tackle, perhaps, and stop doing these tweener tackles. Remember Malcolm Brown, you got the best out of David Onyemata when Malcolm Brown was next to him. Malcolm Brown would block 2 guys, and Onyemata would have to deal with 1 guy. You can't discount that we need real nose tackles, not tweener tackles like Shy Tuttle. We need a big guy that can that can occupy double blockers that free up other guys with one-on-one matchups. Very simple. He didn't do none of that. And I said that about the Eagles. Eagles, when they got hurt, Jordan Davis got hurt, they got gashed one of them games. The people went into free agency and went and picked up veteran. They signed in Dominican Sue and big, what's his name, the other big defensive tackle. Veterans that don't even cost, some of these veterans you can get at league minimum. Saints did none of that.
They was in by Wednesday. They had by injured by Sunday, but was back in the game. Had 2 new ones by Wednesday.
See,
exactly.
And where Philly at right now? See, proactive teams win, bro. You win. Yep. You got to be proactive. They were making trades, and see, Philly set this all up because Philly were making trades and making moves before the season the season started. They had a mentality like whatever was going on, we was going to adjust lob time and make it happen. They wasn't letting injuries or nothing stop them from doing something. And for you to do that, you can't be living in a state of denial, and you have to actually see it to do it. We don't have a general manager that got a microscope on the team. He turns everything over to the head coach, and this guy is piloting the plane into the mountain, and he don't come out and check him. He don't stay over his shoulder. Like one of the worst things I seen Mickey Loomis do this entire season, besides stand up there and hire Dennis Allen, was how he handled the situation between Jameis Winston and Dennis Allen. That was a teachable moment right there when Mickey Loomis, who's both their bosses, could have stepped up and say, "Hey man, Jameis, come to my office. Dennis Allen, come to my office. Dennis, what's going on? Well, such. Right, and then you say to Dennis, well, hold on, didn't the medical staff clear Jameis? Isn't he good to go? Yeah, they cleared him. So what's your justification for keeping this other guy out here? Well, we just feel such and such. No, that's not right, because a player's not supposed to lose his job due to injury. Let's play Jameis, see how he looks, and if Jameis struggles, then we go to your guy. Obviously, you like this guy, but that didn't happen. Mickey sat back, let all that fall apart, and then next thing you know, you don't see your $28 million quarterback. For 2 years, you're paying him now. You don't see him for the rest of the season. Now, you release him, I guarantee he goes to Tampa Bay. They was trying to get him the year before the Saints signed him. Remember that? Tampa Bay was trying to get him there, trying to get him to go back to Tampa Bay. So, I mean, at the end of the day, man, wouldn't that be something? If the Saints choose to release Tom Brady, I'm about to say Tom Brady.
Winston, and he
Jameis
light us
Winston.
up.
He goes back, he goes to Tampa Bay, who got Kyle Trask there. Could you imagine that? And then he comes back and lights you up. Yep. And then they coordinate, and then your offensive coordinator would be Ronald Curry, who interviewed with him just the other day. So he'd be your new offensive coordinator in Tampa, Jameis the quarterback. Wouldn't that be something? Not saying it happening, but crazier stuff still happens in this league, bro. You piss these guys off, they go to the next team and tear your heart out, man. Yep. Seeing it over and over again. But Greg, listen, man, thank you, bro. Appreciate your commentary.
Appreciate you, man. Y'all have a good night. Who that? And y'all be safe, man. God
Same
bless.
to you, man. Same to you, bro. Appreciate the support. Much love to you, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, here we go. That's Brother Greg. Brother Greg, smart dude, man. Appreciate you as well. Look who we got chiming in, fam. We got this brother right here chiming in here. There he is. It's Big Low. What's up, Low? How you doing, sir?
What in the world, Bo? What's going on?
What in the world, Bo?
Hey, man. I just came to check up on y'all, make sure everybody was good. It seems like, to make sure.
Boy, be a little something.
Bro. Hold on, Lo. Lo, you happy, bro? What's going on over there, bro? You seem kind of happy, man.
Hey, we doing good. Ryan Nielsen coming in, changing the defense around and everything. Terry F, baby, coming in doing. Look, I'll be honest with you, Q. I just came because I know we're getting so much talent and so many people from New Orleans Saints. I just came to see if any fans want to come on over, to the Falcon side of the game. Y'all don't be ashamed.
That'll be a no. That'll be a no, good buddy.
Side, man. Huh? That'll
be a no, good buddy. That'll be a no. I'm gonna have to say no to that, Lo.
Man, y'all don't be like that, man. It's all love, It's all love.
That'll be a no, Lo. Y'all excited over there, bro? You got a different energy than what it had at the end of the year, bro.
Hey, man, I always keep the same energy, Q. You know that.
No, you didn't.
All know.
No, you didn't.
What?
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
What
You ain't see it too happy to put that skull tee on. You ain't see too. You ain't see too happy to put that skull tee on.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, I just washed my car with that thing yesterday, boy. Man, boy, that thing give you a good shine, boy. Old truck looking good.
Hey, you gotta make sure you keep it around low because I told you you're gonna need it for next year.
No, man, no. Only thing I keep it for is just to remind us. Just to remind us of where we came from.
Okay.
You know, it's all about that elevator. It's about rising up.
Okay.
That's what it's about at the end of the day.
That's what it is.
At the end of the day. So I checked out a couple of your shows, Q.
Yes, sir.
And you know how it is when somebody's talking to you, but you're not talking with them. Like, tell me, how exactly are y'all feeling about the compensation that y'all got for Sean Payton? Because I feel like it wasn't enough.
No, it wasn't, bro. And I got your picture on the screen right here. My boy Lo, if you can see it right here. This is my boy Lo. This is Lo rocking. Look how good that skull tee.
Man, come on, Q. Come on, Q.
Oh Lord.
Come on, Q. Don't be like that.
Hey, listen.
That's right, Q. You don't got
That's cold blooded.
Lo, look at him. He representing it, baby. He got it.
Got it all too.
Lo.
Q, you ain't right. You ain't right, Q. You ain't got to do it like that.
Lo happy, man. He happy, man, with it, man. Shout out to my brother Lo, man. Shout out to my brother Lo. Nah, man, but it's all fun and games. Shout out to you, bro, Coach Ronnie. But listen, I'm saying like that Lamb thing, it's a good hire. Ryan Nilsson, y'all got Jim Gray too, right? Jerry Gray, right?
That's right.
That's cool.
You got Jerry Gray there. So yeah, the Falcons making moves. Ritter got a little burn. Right now, we knew this going into it, bro. We got somewhat of a parasite right now. And unfortunately, we got to go through a little hardship right now, bro, till we get a leaderless coach off the top of the team, bro. I don't know what they're doing in terms of the vision, Lo. I don't know, bro. But it appears to be a youth movement in the NFC South, and the Saints have yet to join the party. So I don't know, bro.
I mean, you look,
but we
man,
still beat
like,
Atlanta. We still swept Atlanta.
Y'all swept Atlanta. I mean, we got to give that to you. In 2022, y'all swept Atlanta.
I need to remind you, Lo. Do I need to bring the shirt up?
For sure.
What's the date on the calendar, Q? What's the date?
Today's date?
Yeah. What's the date on the calendar, Q?
Well, Lo, it don't matter what the date is, bro.
What's the date on the calendar, Q? That's what I'm saying. Y'all swept us in 2022, right?
We got bragging rights, bro, for all the way up until you play us again. We swept y'all.
I give you that. I give you that. We can't.
And let me add this too, Lo. Remember, any success y'all get is because of
No,
Who Dat Nation.
no, we can't say that.
Why
not?
not?
Because I talked to Terry the other day.
You came from New Orleans, though, right? You got our young general manager and our defensive coordinator.
No, I can't say that. I can't say that, Q. Because Terry said when I talked to him, he was like, "Look, keep the codes between us." I just let the family know that he was like, "I've been a Falcons fan the whole time." He was like, "So I've been trying to get over here." That's what he told me now. And he said that this is my dream job, and it's one of those cases where everything that I learned was to be successful over here. No lie. That's what he told me. He said,
well, I expect him to say that, bro. That's 00504, man.
No, man, that's Terry F. Baby. We changed the name. Terry F. Baby. The F is for Falcons.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah.
Well, I expect him to say that to the Falcon Nation, bro. I mean, he's a person, he's a people person, so he got to make you feel good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But I don't know. It just seemed very genuine. Very genuine. Now, I do want to tell you, he hit on my grandmama. I don't know if I told you that. So maybe he was trying to get hold of grandma. I don't know. But he hit on my grandma. I introduced her. Hey, Terry, this is my grandma. And he looked at her seductively. He was like, "You ain't nobody, grandma." I said, "What?" Terry, calm down now.
Settle down, Terry. Settle down.
Settle down, bro.
Settle down.
That first thing I said, you ain't nobody grandma. I was like, all right, Terry, you better calm down.
settle down, Terry. Calm down.
But look, man, over the years, we can tell you, we know everything about being in a situation where having a coach that we don't fully agree with or going in a direction that we don't fully agree with.
How long has it
I
been?
tell you,
how long has it been since y'all been in the playoffs, bro?
It's been 5 years, bro.
Wow.
It's been 5 years.
Okay, go ahead,
yeah.
bro. I'm sorry, bro. I wanted to know. I forgot. I was like, man, Falcons have been in the playoffs in a while.
Yeah, it's been 5 pecan seasons, bro. Long time. Long time.
But go ahead, my brother.
But it's like, we know what it's like. And, and the thing is that y'all got to know is that NFL is all about parity. You never know who's going to be there at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, just like last year, everybody said we were going to go 2-15. No, we still won 7 games.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we legit don't know. So it's like Dennis Allen, he could legit go into his bag and do something that y'all never expected and take y'all to the playoffs. We just don't know. If we're a fifth, we'd all be drunk. So I mean, I just want to let the Saints fans know, like, don't get down. If you don't like it, but you never know, you might come to like it. You know what I'm saying? You never know.
If he wins, I mean, we would definitely that's what we expect. We expect him to win, bro.
Exactly.
So I mean, if he wins, that'll lighten up. We'll lighten up on him a little bit. If he wins, just win.
Well, at the end of the day, it's like I feel like he's the best. He's the best option for y'all at head coach. Just from my opinion, because I feel like he gives y'all the best option not to do what y'all want to do.
Well, he's a sucky coach, but he did beat the
Joe is a
twice.
garbage.
He's a sucky coach, bro, but he did beat the Falcons twice, bro. So I ain't too
mad
at him about that.
I can't say nothing about it, Q. I can't say nothing about it.
He
Now,
did beat the Falcons
come,
twice.
Next year we kick y'all between the wash machine and the dryer. It is what I send this hoodie to you. But in the meantime, it is what it is. Y'all got the best of us, Q. Y'all got the best of us.
Got a whole lot of best of us.
Now, hey, see, you pushing it, bro. You pushing it. See, I'm trying to I'm trying to take the high road now.
Low. Yeah, bro, like I said, bro. Bro, listen, we're gonna be all right, my brother. We're gonna be all right, bro. And I just appreciate you, bro, being a man of your word, and and putting on that shirt. I think that was terrific. That was one of the funnest moments of the season when Big Low, put on the score tee. And Low is a true professional, man. I got to give it to my brother Low. He always represents. He a good dude, and even though it got to hurt like hell for him to put that score tee on, Low put that score tee on, and he looked good with it.
Man, it was one of the hardest things I ever done, bro. One of the hardest things I ever did in my life. I've done some tough things before. I got a college degree. I'm one of the top people in my profession. But that was one of the toughest things I've ever done in my life. Put that shirt on. It burned the whole time.
You look happy, though. How could it be? Look like it wasn't painless. You look happy,
Man,
bro.
It was one of the toughest things I've ever done, Q.
I know, bro.
Toughest things I ever done.
I love it, bro. Y'all lost twice.
Lost twice. Yep, lost twice.
That's all right.
But you know what?
But
that was Low's idea, though. My dog, that was Low's idea. My boy Low said, "Bro, listen, if y'all win, I'm gonna get the score tee, and I'm gonna win. It gotta be tough for an Atlanta man to put this shirt on with them." And I said, "Low, look at it like y'all winning the game. It's not negative.
Come on, man. Come on, Q. Come on, Q.
No, y'all winning. Look at the point. Look, it's
you just cut it deeper, Q. Just cut it deeper.
But Low, it's 26-10. Fourth quarter, 11 minutes and 12 seconds remaining. Y'all was winning.
Come on.
It's not a final where y'all losing, my brother. Y'all were winning. You were winning. We're going to win.
I hear you, bro. I hear you.
Big Low, y'all ain't going to never beat the Saints, big bro. I don't care if y'all got our coaches or whatever. Y'all never would beat us, man. Never.
Look at here.
You know what I'm saying?
Not going to happen.
But that's not the point, though, brother Wallace. You know what it is, bro?
It's to be you and say, you know, okay, we got your general manager, we got your defensive coordinator.
They've been trying to be like us, Q.
Man,
They've
we
been
can't say
taking
that.
our
Bro,
players.
And
You
notice
know,
about
every team in the NFL,
Look,
listen, every
Brother
team
Wallace.
in the NFL, this been going on for years, have Saints players.
What?
Every
Brother Wallace.
team in the
Brother Wallace.
NFL.
Brother Wallace.
You know what I'm
At
saying?
the end of the day, did we trade for Terry Fino? Did we give up compensation for Terry Fino?
Well, the man just looking for. Man, you ain't gonna get that out of me, big Lord. I don't want to hear nothing.
I'm just saying,
I
Ryan
don't want to hear
Nielsen.
nothing, bro.
Ryan Nielsen.
Sometimes these people want them, you know, move up, bro, because it's just that good.
Did anything happen where we traded for Ryan Nielsen or y'all lost him due to some sort of fiasco with the league?
Oh, y'all probably called them. Y'all probably called them behind closed doors.
Think about it. There were 30 other teams in the league. Where did
Yeah,
he
but
decide to come
y'all called them on the slick and told them a big old number.
But where he
That's
want to
all
come
that
to?
was.
That's what I'm saying. Where did he want to go?
Man,
Where did he end up, Brother Wallace? Where did he end up at?
With Fontenot.
Where did Fontenot
listen,
end up at?
In
Big
Atlanta.
Q, you know Atlanta would take anybody from us, coaches or players. They want to be like us so bad. They must got look. Who had the what our Superdome was named before they got the name?
Brother Wallace. Brother Wallace, you my boy. You my boy.
They stole
you know
the
you my
name.
boy, Brother Wallace.
They cheat. That's why. They cheat.
But see, the
But
thing is,
listen.
y'all had the old model Mercedes. We got the G
Yeah,
Wagon.
but Big Lou, this the only time y'all happy in the off season.
We happy.
For real,
You
man.
wait till the season start again, big brother.
Man,
You
come
just wait
on,
till the
Brother
season
Wallace.
start again,
But
man.
with the season start, we gonna win the division. I'm finna go ahead.
Oh,
and
come
tell
on, man.
Oh, no, y'all not. No, y'all
Now
not.
listen,
No, y'all not.
everybody
Who
gonna
else
have a
go
good
with it?
chance,
No,
but the whole NFC
no.
South is trash right now. So
It's
if we
bad.
win
It's
8
bad right now,
games,
bro.
we going to the playoffs.
And I'm just
Simple
saying
as
we at
that.
the top of the trash can. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, y'all did it.
I like
Y'all did
that.
the dumpster somewhere.
Top of the
I
trash
like that,
can.
Big Low.
We're at the
I
top
ain't
of the
gonna lie.
trash can, low.
We at the top of the trash. That's all I'm saying. You know, the whole division trash is the whole division trash. All
Y'all
I'm
the
saying
lid, huh? Y'all the lid.
hey, that's all I'm saying. We that Popeyes box with a piece of chicken that's halfway eaten. You know, that's
Yes,
all I'm
you
saying.
do.
You know,
No leg, no thigh, huh?
at
It's
the end
gonna
of
be
the
a
day,
hurting year for us, though, man. It's hurting
you
now,
can't say
bro.
that, Wallace. You can't say that
Ain't
because you
nothing
never
gonna
know.
happen. Listen, just like you was saying, we don't know what's gonna happen when the season starts. What these coaches gonna do, what the players gonna do. But the players got to want to play for this, man. And I don't know. I just don't know. I don't see it. I think we're gonna get 8 wins, though. I believe that.
And look how many wins won the division this year.
Yeah.
Not much.
You know what I'm saying? So if you feel like y'all could get 8 wins, there's a possibility y'all could go to the playoffs.
Yeah, because we're gonna sweep y'all again. So
See, y'all might sweep the Panthers.
we're
Y'all
gonna
might
sweep
sweep
Tampa
the
Bay.
Well,
We probably split with Carolina. Atlanta go get swept again, and Tampa Bay gonna get swept this time.
Man, we ain't finna get swept by y'all again, Wallace.
Oh, yes, y'all is.
Oh yeah, big
Man,
brother.
y'all
This
have
time,
a better
I got something
chance.
for you to wear this time.
Y'all have a better chance of talking a monkey out of banana tree before y'all to sweep the Falcons again. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you better get your popcorn ready.
Hey, Big Q. You think
Right
Dennis
here,
Allen sitting around the
All right.
Pelicans right now,
Let's
bro?
open up the bag a little bit. Just see
All the losing we doing right now.
Say it again, Brother Wallace.
You think Dennis Allen is messing around with the Pelicans right now? This losing we doing, man?
Nah.
You think he can put his hand on something?
Nah, bro, I don't think so, bro. It's a tough stretch right now. I think ultimately it'll turn around, bro. I mean, 10 games in a row, man. You got LeBron
You still got like
tomorrow.
30 more games left, dude.
Got a lot of games, bro. I want the flock don't get down on themselves.
Right. Once Zion come back, it'll be all right.
Yes, after the All-Star break, you'll see it all turn around. I'm not expecting nothing right now, but they got trades coming. Next week, there should be a trade on the horizon, so you'll see some things change. Shout out to KT, man. KT says fans always left counting on next season. Rush hours.
But really, this our only 2 bad years we had. We've been rolling, what, about 10, 12 years straight. Atlanta been losing.
Yeah.
Man, come on,
Shit, Atlanta been losing. All the big top wide receivers they've been getting. And what they had now?
Shout out to Rush Hour. He says next they're gonna call them the Falcon Saints. I mean,
Yeah,
he's making some. It is interesting though. Load the dome. The Saints. He took the Mercedes name from the Superdome. We had to change it.
Hold on.
You got Terry Fontenot.
We give y'all our trash, Big Low. That's all we got.
Copy on that one.
First of all, Rush Hour, I appreciate you for supporting my homeboy Big Q. That's that. Dun dun dun. That's a Superman chat. First of all, even though you hating on my Falcons, I got to give it to you. But
I can't even get mad with Big Low, man. I like Big Low.
Low cool though, bro. That's my boy there, cute.
You ought to be a Saints, man. Take that red shit off. That shit blinding me, man. That don't fuck your ass
This
shit,
ain't never
man.
coming on, Wallace. You know this thing look good, Wallace. You know that
I'm
thing
talking gold all the way, baby. Because I know this gonna pass. You heard me? This gonna pass, dog.
Thank you, AK. AKA the scientist says sweep. So there it is.
There it is.
Man,
Low, it's looking
We're gonna
good.
sweep the Saints. We're gonna sweep the Saints, and then we're gonna have our
Nah,
money.
y'all would never sweep us. Y'all might split with y'all, but y'all will never sweep
That's how
us.
we're gonna sweep them.
We're not gonna let that happen.
We're gonna sweep
Yeah,
y'all.
gonna
Our
sweep us.
mama go walk across the floor with no shoes on to make sure we got everything. That's what's
Man,
going
listen, when that game, when we played y'all just recently, I've said this is our Super Bowl right here. Beat Atlanta, and we good. Shit. And we didn't win no more. Just beat Atlanta.
Hey, you better get a bag on load and say the Saints are better than the Dirty Birds because the Dirty Birds cannot match with the Saints at all. Period.
Man,
Question.
Byron, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you.
I wish we played y'all this year on Thanksgiving.
It's
Anybody
gonna happen
got
though.
the schedule
It's gonna
out for
happen
this
though,
year?
bro.
Man, come on,
It's gonna happen. I'm letting you know it's gonna happen.
Marlon saying Dennis Allen telling the Pelicans keep losing the way you lose.
Yeah, I know y'all get tired. Y'all get tired.
A bad day in office.
A bad day in office. There you go.
But he ain't gonna be here next year. Like you said, Big Q, he's not gonna be here next year, bro.
I don't think he can survive
this
it.
last year.
Yeah,
because Miss Benson gonna get tired of this shit. When she see them, when she know the Superdome been sold out for years, and when they have all them empty seats down there, because you know how the Saints fans is, my brother, we're gonna make our perk coming through.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna be coming to that shit, bro. We can watch that shit on TV, man.
Yeah,
You know?
that's gonna really make the eyes get the bucking and stuff
And,
like that.
and,
boy. I'll
and
tell
that
you what.
old goddamn Mickey Loomis ass, he getting too old, like you said, bro. He got to get on out of there. That man don't know what he's doing no more, bro.
Well, I mean, and that was what Lo was talking about Terry Fontenot, man. Terry Fontenot started at the bottom of the organization and worked his way up over years. I think he was there for like about 15 plus years, working his way. It was a long time. He worked his way up from the bottom to the position that really he was supposed to be the guy to take over. And then we got another one in the building. Terry tried to take Kai when he took the job in Atlanta to come out there with him. Kai said, no, I'm going to stay because he's supposed to be the next in line to take it. But there's no vision here. KT says, Falcons equal fans always left counting on next season. Damn. Post the t-shirt, pick again, Q. Damn, Lo.
Big Lo, we gonna fuck with you, Big Lo, because we hurt, bro. We heard you, so you
that hurt low. That hurt low. That one there hurt low. It says Falcons. Falcons said if Falcons equal fans always left counting on next season. Damn low. How do you respond to that? And then the man did a super chat. So shout out to KT and he said bring the picture back of Big Low representing for the Who Dat Nation.
Come on, Mom. All I can say is that look, we've been down. We've been
That's
down
cool.
for a minute. We've been down for a minute. But in the words of famous Rev Saint, it's gonna rain in our field one day again, baby. It's gonna rain in our field one day. It's coming.
But let me tell you this, Big Lo. We got a secret weapon that we coming out this year with. And we about to draft this little dude. Everybody think we getting a quarterback. No, we ain't getting no quarterback. We're going to keep Jameis Winston. You watch what I tell you. And listen, guess who we coming out with?
Who that?
That little badass running back from Tulane. We getting that boy.
I hope so.
Bad man.
We getting him. And if we get him, Big Q, and a motherfucker like you say, a nose tackle, defensive tackle, boy, we're gonna be back bad, bro. Because one thing Dennis Allen he can handle his defense.
Yeah,
That's good. You let him handle that defense and let that other little white boy who's out there right now, looking at the Senior Bowl, coaching that shit, let him be over Pete Carmichael with them plays. James Winston, the quarterback. I bet you we win 8-9 games this year, my brother.
Man, you know James going back to Tampa, Wallace.
Nah, James ain't going nowhere. It's too much money for to let him go. Now wait a minute, hold up. Big Q said the other day if they let him walk, we saved $13 million. Huh?
Yeah,
they designated him to cut. Yeah, they get almost 14 million back. 13. What was
he
it?
gone.
13 million, something like that.
Throw them fingers up. He gone.
He gone.
I was like, man, wouldn't it be slick if he goes right to Tampa low?
Hey,
we're gonna fuck him up too. We're gonna mess him up. We gonna go back and then guess what? Tampa Bay gonna let that old crazy ass man come back down on the field again. They coach who Tom Brady ran away.
Oh, you talking about
no risky, no biscuit.
Yeah.
Hey, and James Winston gonna see him and get all messed back up again. All the shit we done taught his ass.
Man, I don't know. All I can say
he gonna beat Atlanta though. He'll beat Atlanta.
Nah.
Yeah, he gonna take that on Boogie Birds.
He ain't gonna beat Atlanta.
Big Lord, I like you, my brother, but I hate your team, man. I hate your team. And we don't know why we hate Atlanta so bad. Can anybody say why we hate Atlanta?
Well, you know, it's like whenever you get, it's like you have a brother that whoop up on you all the time.
Oh man, y'all never whooped up on him.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, if you want to go way back in the 80s, yeah.
1966,
89, 90, when what
gonna
that
have
black
some
quarterback is, Q, who ran on us like that. What was his name? Fighting the dogs. Michael Vick. Now, when y'all had him, y'all used to fuck over us, big dog.
I mean, think about it. It's like he ran on y'all so much, y'all went and got his cousin and tried to do the same thing we were doing.
Marcus Vick? No, that's
y'all got Aaron Brooks.
Over y'all die.
Oh, Aaron Brooks, yeah.
I
forgot he was tired.
Taysom Hill runs over y'all, bro. Taysom Hill make y'all look stupid.
Yeah, Taysom killed y'all.
Y'all got so much. Y'all got so much animosity from the early 2000s. Y'all gave Taysom Hill Michael Vick number. It'd be like, hey, play like Michael Vick, run on me. Y'all just trying to get him back. That's all that is.
Supposed to stop him, Lo.
But Big Lou, I think y'all got something with Ritter, bro. I really do believe that.
Oh yeah.
Real talk.
Well, I actually wanted to ask y'all about that because I mean, there's a lot of talk about us getting Lamar Jackson.
No, Lo.
Baltimore said they ain't gonna trade Lamar Jackson. So you can watch that.
But I knew your head was exploding for a reason, man.
I mean, I don't want Lamar Jackson. I don't want him.
But break it down,
Lo.
What you see?
Think you getting Lamar Jackson, man. That's why you're happy. That's why you're coming.
That ain't gonna happen.
Nobody happy getting Lamar Jackson.
But go ahead, Lo. But Lo, what break the story down, bro. Let me what you hear.
So apparently, the Baltimore Ravens they're giving Lamar Jackson a conditional franchise tag, where he could do basically he'll be eligible for a sign and trade during the draft, and everybody's saying that all of the, you know how you get these articles saying that front office GMs and everybody saying that Lamar Jackson is the place where the Falcons are the place where Lamar Jackson would go the most. We have the highest percentage of getting Lamar Jackson, but the thing is that a lot of people in the fan base don't necessarily want him because we got Desmond Ridder, who over the course of his contract, he's only going to get $4.6 million since he was a third round pick.
Yeah, very cheap.
Yeah, so I mean, just like Wallace said, like we see a lot of good things in Desmond Ridder, but we also a lot of people want to see Lamar Jackson run on y'all like Michael Vick did back in the day.
Oh man, Michael Vick is still down.
Either way,
y'all wouldn't beat us with Lamar Jackson. Y'all won't beat us with him.
No way.
Because we play y'all with all our might and soul. Y'all ain't gonna win with us.
See, Wallace, and that's how you get. See, that's how you get caught up playing against the running quarterback. Because you play with all your might and soul, and you take that wrong ankle.
That's it.
You know, you just gonna see a whole bunch of high stepping down the side.
But Lo, that's the thing about the week 1 matchup is, Jameis took that shot, went in there, and Michael Thomas just tore the Falcons up. Told them
dirty buck.
Best game of the season. At the end of the day, it was awesome.
It was.
And then
I mean, which makes you wonder, like, why in the world did Dennis Allen not go back to Jameis?
I don't know, bro.
Like,
well, that's
why?
because Lo, Jameis called him out to the press. And exposed him for being a liar. He told him that once he was able to come back from injury, that he would bring him back. And when he came back from injury, Dennis Allen wouldn't bring him back. He was actually active, wasn't on the injury report, but Dennis Allen refused to play him. He called him out on it to the press, and I think Dennis Allen was petty and kept Andy Dalton in there over him.
Well, think about that, Q. So that means that he must have known that he didn't have a chance to lose his job. He had to know that. Think about that.
That's the point, because but that's the reason why this is bothering me with Dennis Allen, though, because I just don't like to see him. He's causing too many mistakes he's doing as a head coach. And the problem I'm having with Dennis Allen, that he's not being more aggressive. He's not being as a leadership. He don't have the confidence. He don't have the trust. He don't have the blueprint. He don't have the respect they deserve for this team's organization. The issue with Dennis Allen is that he causing too many mistakes he's doing and not putting everything correctly. And that's the difficult with him, because he's not showing himself as capable about doing things the right way and doing things wrong and mess things up. And that's why I have so difficult, because when we saw at first when he got promoted as a head coach, I said, okay, yeah, he's gonna do some good. But now it got worse and got bad. So why you bring him back for a reason if he gonna think he gonna do the same like he did in the last season, probably will come up this season 2023? Because the question is, I don't have no answer about that, because I think that Dan's gotta be more smart, but he just don't have the tools to put everything towards that. And he don't have the gratitude, but he don't have no motivation.
And we didn't see that because his ass was on the defense side. We didn't know he was that. We didn't know it, you know.
But what Byron and Wallace, I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to kind of relate this to my life, right? I'm an insurance adjuster, right? So whenever people get in car accidents, I schedule for them. You know, I'm a commercial insurance adjuster. So whenever people get in car accidents, somebody was driving a big truck, it's our driver's fault. I set up repairs for them, right? So I set up repairs at a rental, and they have a Escalade, or they have a Tesla G-Wagon or something like that. And then whenever I set that rental up for them, and they have to drive that Nissan Versa, or they have to drive that.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
I know
you're talking about. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
So basically, it's one of those things. It's like Byron's upset because Dennis Allen, he's making so many mistakes and things like that. Basically, you're just going through that step down right now. It's not that Escalade anymore. It's not that Tesla. It's not that G-Wagon. But it's something to get you from point A to point B at the end of the day.
That's why our coach is leaving, man, because of Dennis Allen, and they're gonna wind all up with Sean Payton.
And I can see it too, but that's why I say I just don't have.
Oh my goodness, what if Michael Thomas wind up with Sean Payton, man?
Oh, that'd be a true idea right there. I mean, you think Michael Thomas think he can go somewhere the more he just don't want to be here? I think that anywhere it goes, it might happen. But look, the point is,
I don't know. I don't see. Go ahead, brother Byron. I'll comment after you, bro.
No, I was just saying, Q. I just think that where everything's happening down here, though, bro, this is not the same like it was all this year when Sean Payton was a head coach for 16 years. We had success. We had a good season, all this stuff. But now it's different because without Sean Payton going to Denver, and he's happy over there with the new team he's with right now. But my strategy is, why you trade a 3rd round pick and you got a 1st and a 2nd next year? This is bothering me, because I would tell my family about this.
We weren't supposed to give up no picks for no Sean Payton.
Right.
How the hell we giving up a pick for? That's why I know Mickey Loomis' ass it's got dementia. Now, Luke, Big Q.
Probably so.
Hold on now.
Oh, there you go. I didn't know he was in here. Hey, Mickey, your job, mother boy.
Hold on now. Hold on. You guys, you cutting up here now. I've been being quiet the whole damn time.
Boy, you can make money doing that shit, man.
like a comedy show, like a comedy show.
Hold on, let me tell you. You guys, let me tell you. I was being quiet now. I was just sitting there listening, and all of a sudden, somebody brought my name up again. Hell, let me tell you something. Hell, this stuff ain't easy. Let me tell you something. It ain't easy. Let me tell you. It ain't easy. It ain't easy doing what I do.
But Mickey, why did you give up a pick for? Why you had to give up a third pick for to get rid of a Super Bowl coach that everybody needed, desperate? Then this team was desperate for Sean Payton. Them other two coaches turned them down. Why you had to give up a third pick, man?
Well, listen here, Brother Wallace. Let me explain something to you. Let me tell you something. You know, listen. It's not easy doing this. You know, and you guys sitting up here, you're saying what you're saying here, and let me tell you something. I'm not going to play. I'm not going to tell you nothing. I'm going to say, well, we love Sean. We wanted to make Sean. We wanted to make sure Sean was.
I think you love Sean, Mickey.
Mickey, you just keep
Mickey,
doing what you do.
that's your
You
buddy
keep doing
though.
what you do,
That's
man.
your friend or what?
Well, hold on here. Let me tell you something. There's only one general manager of the New Orleans Saints last time I checked. Only one guy here only one goddamn guy pulling the switches over here. Let me tell you something. It's Friday night. I'm gonna let my hair down.
Oh,
I done put my clam chowder down. I got root beer sitting here. Let me tell you something. I'm ready to ball. I'm ready to roll, Bucko. I'm not gonna let you guys do this to me.
Bucko, hey, there you go. Hey, Mickey. Hey, we love you in Atlanta, Mickey. You keep doing what you're doing.
Well,
you running this team perfect.
I'm glad somebody appreciates me.
That's it.
The enemy appreciate.
The internet bad.
Well, hold on now. Listen, hold on now. Terry's over there. Terry, he's family.
That's right.
Terry's over there. He's family.
That's right. And remember,
He's the enemy now.
Remember, I called you the other day, Mickey, about that coaching position. So.
Oh well, I had to turn you down. I mean, we got Dennis Allen. You got to talk to Dennis on that one. Hey, Jared. Shout out to Jared J. I appreciate you, Jared. Now shout out to Big Q and Big Low. Ryan Nilsson will help to pick apart the Saints. Y'all rise up. Teams are taking talent on the Saints staff like bargain bin. Love the content.
Yeah, but what we doing,
Big
Mickey?
Q,
When we gonna get us some coaches,
shout
man?
out, Jared. Thank you,
That's
Jared.
what I'm saying.
Appreciate you. Hold on
Mickey,
here.
when we gonna start signing our coaches up? What we doing?
Well,
man?
hold on. I'm not gonna
Who's gonna be our quarterback?
Who's
gonna be our change?
Hold on. You guys got a lot of questions, and
If we catch you in the street, Mickey, you know this is yours.
Hold on. I keep that thing on me now. I have to remind you. Like I keep that thing on me. I don't want to put nobody down. I don't put nobody under the ground now. I gotta keep that thing on me. The Great Saint Think Tank. Let me tell you something.
Oh man.
Let me tell you, I'm not playing anymore.
Well,
you know, you guys, listen. You got a lot of questions. Now, listen. My memory's not as good as it used to, but I tell you,
I know that.
I'll start.
I know that,
I'll start with one question at a time. Now, Wallace, you said, what is your question, sir? What are you asking me here?
I say, what you gonna do about getting us some coaches, man? It's a whole month now, man. We not interviewing nobody. Who is this guy Woods, man? Who the hell is he?
Well, hold on. Let me just say this. Talk to Dennis.
Man, I'm talking to you right now, Mickey. You on Big Q's show, man. I'm talking to you.
Well, I can't answer all the questions. Dennis is the
But
head
start
coach.
with any question.
Well, I'm just saying, you're asking me a question about personnel, and Dennis Allen is the head coach. I don't know all of the questions.
Dennis
Wallace.
Allen don't know shit neither.
Well, listen, hold
So
on
who
now. Hold on now, listen.
Well, you're gonna lose me as a Saints fan. I'm not buying no more season
I don't
tickets.
want to lose you as a
throwing
Saints
all
fan.
that shit away. I'm not buying no jerseys.
Can I
and I
interest
got
you
about
in a
10,000 more followers that's doing the same thing with me. Now, what you gonna do then?
Well, listen. First of all, I don't want to lose anybody. Gil, can I interest you in the free coaster?
Man, I don't want none of that bullshit down there.
Well, okay. Boy, you guys are tough. Okay, all right. How about a free headband?
a headband. And I burn that shit up right now, man. And if I ever get that motherfucker Dennis Allen, I'm gonna get somebody to get his ass.
Okay, you guys.
He better not come nowhere in the East. That's his ass if he come in New Orleans East, partner.
I take the coach to Mickey. I take it.
Okay. I'll give you a coaster. I'll send you one.
Keep doing what you're doing, Mickey. We love you.
Oh, man. Mickey.
Thank you.
Hey, here comes Dennis Allen.
But hold on here.
Well.
I'm just saying, listen here. You guys want answers? I'm here to give you the answers.
I want a true answer.
Okay.
Why you traded a 3rd round pick? That's what I'm trying to find out. Why you traded a 3rd round pick, Mickey Loomis?
Hold on. That's a very fair question.
Well, you're not answering nothing, Mickey.
Mickey.
If you just allow me to answer, you guys are flustering me. You know, I'm listen. I gotta go to bed by 10, or I'm not good the whole day tomorrow. I'm old, man.
Go drink you some milk and go to sleep, man.
Oh, that tears my stomach up. That I can't drink milk. I'm lactose intolerant.
Mickey, you trying to duck these questions?
No, I'm not. Listen, let me tell you something. If you know anything about Mickey Loomis, let me tell you something. They call me Slick Mickey. You know?
Yeah, I know. You good with the money, but you ain't shit with nothing else, man.
Well, that's not fair. Now hold on, brother Wallace. Now hold on, brother Wallace. That's disrespectful. Hold on. That's real disrespectful. Now listen, we taught Terry. We got Kai. These guys are good. We hired Jeff Ireland.
We got Big Low happy is a motherfucker.
Well,
that's why he on the show.
He got 2 thumbs up.
But I don't understand.
I
don't understand why you guys are so upset. We swept the Atlanta Falcons.
Man, we never been no 8 and 7 and all this bullshit. Missing the playoff 2 years straight.
Well, listen. I don't coach the guys.
Y'all have been 8 and y'all.
Yeah, but that's been a long time, man.
Listen, you know what?
I'd rather lose with a good coach than lose with a bad coach.
You know what? Let me just say this. I'm going to say this to the entire Who Dat Nation. I want y'all to pass this around. Shout out to Padre 0920. Let me tell you straight up. I really appreciate the Atlanta Falcon people. I'm going to tell you why.
I don't.
Back in that 3rd pick again.
Well, listen. Let me tell you why I appreciate the Atlanta Falcon people so much.
I hate the dirty bird. I won't.
The Atlanta and the Who Dat Nation family members could learn a lot from the Atlanta Falcons family members. They really could.
What? How we be frying
no.
bird?
Allow me to say it. I'm saying that the Atlanta Falcon people, listen, they are terrific. What they do is they haven't made the playoffs in 5 years. You don't hear them trying to boycott us.
They used to lose.
They're not boycotting their team.
Wait. Hold on,
they're killing all your players, man. That's why Big Low is around you now.
Hold on, Lo. I didn't mean to insult you. Let me just rephrase that.
Hold on, Mickey. That felt kind of.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me say it again. Let me just say this again. Look, the Who Dat Nation can learn a lot from Atlanta because they can, brother Byron. Listen to me. They haven't been the Atlanta Falcon people haven't been in the playoff for 5 years. They're not boycotting their team. They have full faith in letting their general manager work the team and put them together. It takes some time.
It takes some time.
It takes time.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
I can work with that. Well, the first thing you said,
take the process. Take the process.
I'm just saying they have patience. They're
Mickey, when is your last day here, man? When you want to retire, go upstairs.
Well, hold on. Listen here. Listen, I'm regular just like everybody else. I take my vitamins. I walk sometimes. You see me out walking around. I be making sure the lights are turned off, trying to keep the power bill down. But listen, let me tell you something. It's not easy being the general manager of the New Orleans Saints. Hey, listen, especially when Sean's gone, Drew's gone.
Give it up.
Give it up. Throw in the towel, bro.
Now let me ask you. Now, hold on. Let me ask you a question, there, brother Byron, because I got to get to bed before 10. Because I'm not good for the rest of the day tomorrow if I don't get at least about good 6 or 7 hours worth of sleep there. I want to wake up in the morning and eat my omelet and drink some coffee and then
toast.
Oh no!
Is you going to the feast?
Listen, let me ask the question that Brother Byron.
Damn, got me fucking up.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. Look,
If you going to the game tomorrow, Mickey, you gonna be there scouting or something?
No, I got business to handle. Who that nation business? I mean, listen, I got business to take care of. I don't have time to watch a basketball game. Football business. I'm the general manager here.
Okay.
Yeah.
You gonna get some change? You gonna make some business, like real business, like, or you just you just don't know what you gonna do?
Well, listen, I'm gonna do the best that I can do right here. Now, let me put it to you like this first and foremost. Jamal, shout out to you.
You better pick that running back from Tulane. I know that.
Well, that's not in my hands. That's Jeff Ireland. So once again, you guys are mixing roles here. They got guys that do stuff.
Well, you running the whole thing.
No. Listen, I delegate. I'm a delegator. I'm a delegator. I
heard you kiss Sean Payton ass to stay, man.
No,
and then he still left on you. I think he got away from you, Mickey. No. I think you was the reason why Sean Payton left.
Yeah, see, this is elder abuse you guys are doing. This is not right. Mickey, you can't do this. This is elder abuse.
Look, Mickey, I know they wouldn't like it if somebody called them and tried to tell them how to do
I hate it, man.
You know,
well, that's right. You know, it ain't. Right. Listen, it's not easy. We've given you 16 years of success, and a couple of years you guys can't handle it.
It's supposed to be all over.
No, I'm saying you don't win every year. Man, come on,
man, listen, man.
Look at Atlanta.
They're contractor.
Listen, they're not
spend a lot of money on this bullshit.
Look what Atlanta's doing.
Parties at home, food, liquor, and all that type of shit.
Brother Wallace, I'm pretty sure you got more than one channel. If you don't like what's going on the Saints channel, you can turn it on the basketball channel. Hey, we got variety.
You think that Superdome caught on fire last time? Well, listen, we'll blow that motherfucker up.
Let me send you. Now, listen, that's a threat. Now, listen, I told you I keep that thing on you. Listen here. I work over there. I can't let you touch the dome. Now, listen, the question about giving a third-round pickup for Sean Payton, you want to answer that or not? Let me tell you.
Yes,
okay, that'll be the last thing I tell you guys before I get up out of here. Now, listen.
Okay.
Are you guys listening to me now?
Yes.
Is this thing working here? Okay. All right. Here we go. Now, listen. Let me tell you something. The number one thing is that we had to help Sean out. We gave up the third round. Oh, yes.
For what?
Because we love Sean. He helped us win the Super Bowl. It's 150 wins.
Let him talk. Let him talk.
Listen,
go ahead.
I would do the same for each one of you guys. If we were trading you to another team, I would add a third-round pick with you. That's what I would do. I'm trying to help out Sean. Sean helped us out, and I gave up the third-round pick to help Sean out in Denver. So Sean is going to win. We got a first-round pick. We got a first and a second.
I understand.
We didn't
why
have
you
a
let
first
one of our coaches go to Atlanta, man?
I haven't.
What's up with that?
I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that.
Listen, we're called the Saints. We're not called the haters. I can't.
Okay, but why we let one of our good coaches go to Atlanta?
Because that's listen, once again, I'm not in control of who's getting hired on the defense. That's Dennis Allen's job.
They don't make no damn sense.
Listen, you guys don't understand. That's Dennis Allen's job.
I believe you messing around with
how you boys do like that, though, man. You trading in the same division, though, bro.
What did you say?
Like
hold on now. That's a baseless accusation, and I'm a happily married man.
All right, Mickey. I believe I saw your wife the other night.
Well, listen here. That's totally wrong there. Let me tell you something. That's wrong.
I never saw your wife, man. I don't know if you got a woman, man.
Yeah, wife. Hell
yeah. Married. He probably got like nobody.
You can Google Mickey's wife. She's a beautiful woman. I'm standing right now. I've been married for years.
Hey, Mickey, you don't got.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Guys coming for me because a couple of years. Let me. You know what, Q? I'm up out of here. Get up out of here.
So you've been listening to Big Q show, then, huh? You've been hearing everything we've been talking about, but yet you don't try to fix the
week by week, day by day, show by show, and you coming all this stuff and doing different ways.
Well, listen. All I can tell you at the end of the day is, listen. It takes. We gave you 16 years of winning, and all of a sudden, you guys can't handle a few little off years. We'll be back this year.
Yeah, because we don't want to let us talk shit, man.
Before I go, I'm gonna just tell you. Before I go, I'm gonna tell you something. Have some patience, like the Atlanta Falcons people. They've been losing for years.
I think you buddy with Big Low, man. I think you and Big Low buddy because both of y'all came on the show at the same time.
Mickey, I just want to let you know, if they keep treating you bad, feel free to come over to Atlanta.
You can have it.
You know.
Yeah, you can have it though, but Mickey Mouse is treating
Oh,
wrong
that's
though,
terrible.
man. Treating
Yeah.
third round pick.
Mickey
And then
Mouse
all of a
gotta
sudden we're
go,
not gonna
man.
have
That's
we're not gonna have
awful.
better than we
We'll
have
make sure
right
that we
now.
take
But
care
you
of
know,
you.
Mickey
operate
Mouse,
everything for
go
you, make
to
lose, cause
go
make
find your
confusion.
Donald Duck
That's
at
awful.
Atlanta.
We
Your
got
duck
some.
ass out of here.
We
Get
got
out of
some
here.
vouchers at Magic City. We got
I
some
want Big
vouchers
Q
at
back.
Smokers.
Q, get
We'll make
Mickey
sure we take
offline.
care of you.
Listen
Please
here.
get him off the line,
Well,
man.
listen. First of all, thank you guys for tuning in. Be patient.
You're not welcome.
You're
Make
not
sure
welcome
you
here.
hold on.
You're not welcome here, Mickey.
Hold on.
You're
Let
not
me-
welcome here, Mickey.
let-
You're not welcome home, Mickey.
Can I
Get
just
out of
say?
here.
Can I just
You're
say?
not welcome.
Can I just
Get
say
out.
one thing? To all the Atlanta Falcons people, thank you for having patience. To all of the Saints people, you need to have patience, just like
All right, Lo, put your thumb down, bro.
Atlanta
Keep going.
Falcons people. They've been losing for years, and they don't want to tear up the team. So- all right, so I'm out. Thank you, Lo. Thank you, and shout out to you guys.
Lord,
Peace.
boy, man, they ain't gonna do all this calls.
Man, Big Q, don't never let him back on, big brother.
Yo,
Please
wait.
don't let him back on, bro.
Said,
He's
bro,
doing
he
all
sneak-
his tricks.
Hey, he sneaks in here, bro. We can't stop
Yeah,
it. He
I see
pops
that,
up.
man.
Yeah,
He
but he's
sneak
right
up in there.
behind you, though. That's why you put right in front of you. He's right next to you. That's why you gotta say all the stuff with him.
Yeah, I think he's finally Big Low.
Bro,
man.
he's
You gotta keep your eye on Mickey, though, because Mickey, like he do every day, come out of the blue sky.
Mhm. I think he's an alcoholic, if you ask me.
Yeah, he got a lot of alcohol. Too much gin.
He messing with Miss Benson, I believe.
Yeah,
He
get
couldn't
Benson to get us
he
stuff
couldn't
together,
wait
man.
till- He couldn't wait till time Benson died.
Oh, hold on now. I gotta come back on that. Hold on now. That's wrong, man. That's 100% wrong right there.
Oh, man, she let her husband win.
that's
Rest in
terrible.
peace on that one.
Oh, that's awful. That was awful right there. That was terrible.
Yeah, that was a washer.
All right, but anyway, bro,
It's
listen,
all right,
man. Mickey always slips in there. I can't keep him out there.
Yeah,
fam.
that's
He
your,
always
he's
sneak up
his
in there.
side, he's your sidekick, but he coming in hip around like he trying to keep
Well,
up.
at least he gave game about the third round pick. Nobody
That
told
shit'll
him that.
make TV, man.
Yeah, but that was a
shit'll
dumb
make
thing, though,
TV,
Q.
man.
That's a dumb thing I ever
Mickey
saw. He for a
Cooper
third
hit
round
it
pick.
too, boy. If
Come
he
on, man.
ever hit it, you never know. They might be hearing this shit, bro. Cause
That
this
shit-
Big Q show is on everything.
Mm-hmm.
This shit on
Hold
Blue,
on.
YouTube, every fucking thing. Everybody know Big Q in New Orleans, man.
Man, let me tell you
For
something.
sure, for sure.
Listen, let me tell you something, Wallace. They might know Big Q, but I tell you what, they don't know Big Q like they know Mickey Loomis. Let me tell you something. I'll shut that down right quick. I'll let you know, Bucko. They don't know. I'm Mickey Loomis.
You can't walk nowhere in the city right now, big brother. You
Oh
can't
yes,
go
I can.
nowhere in the
Listen,
city.
sir, you're
They don't
100%.
start walking around nowhere in the city in the town.
Sir, you're 100% wrong. You're 100% wrong. I'll tell you why.
Man, I don't know see you at no gas stations or nothing.
Listen, I was walking down Galvin Street. Now, listen,
I know you ain't going down no Galvin.
I was walking down
No
Galvin.
window down to the no
Oh,
town.
let me tell you something. I went Poydras to Galvis, and then I was walking down Galvis Street. Let me tell you something. I keep that thing on me. I don't play no
Man, that
games.
thing probably rough.
I just bought it. Oh, it got
You ain't
bullets. I
got
just bought
enough
it.
strength in your fingers to pull that trigger, man.
Oh, I practice. I practice.
Making everything stop.
Oh, I practice. Oh, I stand in the window.
You
I
practice?
practice. Oh, yes,
You
I
don't practice
do.
enough of it.
Oh, yes, I do. I practice. I keep that thing on me.
He must got the
Yeah, you
Pelicans.
that thing like you,
That's why
like
he
you,
ran
you
your
that
ass
thing like
away
you
from the
swinging around the
Pelicans.
fence. It sound like swinging every 20, huh?
I was walking down Galvis. Let me tell you
you remember
something.
Mickey had his hand to the Pelicans? They ran his ass out of there.
That's
Just
not
like
true.
we're gonna run you out the Saints,
Oh,
man.
that's not true. That's a falsehood. That's misdirection, sir. I got to stop you on that. I can't. No, that's not true. We hired
Yeah, it
somebody.
is.
We hired somebody. I actually hired the guy. I hired
Right.
the guy, and to help the team
But
win.
you was gonna get fired, so you hurry up and got your hand out of there.
No, that's not
Mickey,
true, sir.
Mickey.
Sir, that's wrong.
Mickey, if you want to get treated right,
There you go. Go ahead, Lloyd. Go ahead. Just say the word.
you want to
Just
get
go ahead.
treated right, come to
No,
Atlanta.
well, I
We got-
appreciate that, but we sent Terry out there to tear you down. I mean,
You
to
can have
help you
Mickey
up.
Mouse.
Yeah. Now you heard what you
Yeah.
just said. You sent him out there. Now
Send
listen,
him out there. You can
we
have Mickey
50
Mouse.
million
You can have
over
Mickey
the
Mouse,
cap.
old fake lie
I
ass.
know you're gonna take care of that, Mickey. That's your shit. How much we
That's
over?
the only-
50 million?
Oh, well, let's hold on. Listen, let me tell you something. I feel thoroughly disrespected today. Let me tell you something. I've done putting work for the Who Dat Nation for years.
Well, you disrespect us, Mickey.
Well, listen,
Man, you ought to
You
see
just
how
got ducked
I
the whole time
feel,
Who That
man.
Nation a fan.
How I felt this
That's
whole
awful.
season.
Well, I understand you being mad, but listen, let me tell you something. That don't help.
Come on, man.
Raising up your blood
This
pressure.
is shit for Sean Payton.
Well, we
get
did.
My
the
freshman
We got a
ain't going
first round
nowhere.
pick.
It's still like
this
anytime
year,
I got
That's
kids,
not
go.
true.
second round this year,
That's
and a
not true.
third round
Man,
this year.
no, hold on now. Let me tell you something. Hold on now. We got a first round pick for Sean Payton. We got a
Man,
second
that
round
ain't
pick.
shit, man. You should have let him go to Houston. We
didn't-
could have had a
he
3 or
didn't-
5, man.
He didn't want to go to Houston.
It's
He
not
was 12.
his wants. It's your wants.
Well, he didn't
Your law,
want. I
Mickey.
can't force him to go somewhere that he doesn't want to go. He didn't want to go to Houston. He didn't want to go to Arizona. He wanted to go to Denver. So we put together the best thing we can do for him. I mean, I don't know what you want me to do. I mean, I tried. You know, now the third round pick, you might have a point on that. I kind of threw that in to help Sean because, you know, they didn't have a lot of
I
picks.
think Sean told you to do that.
Well, hold on.
told you
here.
to do that.
Yeah, you do anything Sean Payton tell you to
Well,
do,
that's
man.
true. I'll tell you the truth. That's true. That's 100% true right there. You know,
that's a
he says
That's
jump.
why-
He says
that's
jump.
why
I say
Big
how
Q
high,
know
Buckle.
your ass so good.
He tells me how jump. I say how high. You know, you're
How high
right.
you want to go?
Right. Listen, Bucko, you got that 100%.
It's a Bucko for me.
Bucko B. That's a low blow. That's a low buck like buck.
Bucko's like buddy. You know, that's come on now.
Like
bro.
old buddy, like old buddy or new buddy.
Let me ask you this, Mickey. Did you hear
Okay,
what's
one
that
more.
white
Hold
boy
on.
name who was
One
doing
more.
the
One more
football
question.
game?
Cause
You
I
almost
gotta
said
go
nigga?
take my nap. I gotta go to bed after this. I'm not.
No,
gonna-
I want you to answer
I
this
don't
question
hear no
before
buzz
you
about
go.
that. You gonna answer our question.
Tommy
Oh, no,
Romo
you can't do
almost
that.
said nigga, and I know you heard it.
All right, what you got? Come on.
Tommy Romo almost said nigga, and I know you
Oh,
heard
hold
that.
on. I don't comment on that. I listen. No.
Did you ever say nigga before, Mickey?
No, hell
Come
no.
on, did you ever get mad with one of them players and call him that nigga to your wife, man?
When they start talking like that, I get out the room. I don't do none of that. I don't talk like that. I don't believe in any of that
What
stuff.
you think, Big Low? Did you think Mickey said nigga before?
Oh, I'm gone. This is horrible.
You probably said one time, though. You probably said one time.
Hell no.
You probably
You're
said one
trying
time.
I know you're not gonna trap me, sir.
Say nigga right now.
Oh, hell no. That's totally
Come on, Mickey,
disrespectful.
we're gonna let you say it this
Oh,
one
that's
time.
awful.
Say nigga.
No,
Say
that's horrible. I'm gone, man.
Come on, say it.
No, I'll be
Come on,
fired
let
tomorrow.
me say it, man.
I'll never say
Let it
that.
slip out. Let it slip out.
That's
Let's talk
terrible.
about just a little bit. Just a little tiny bit. Just a tiny bit.
Say nigga,
done.
we gonna win this year.
I'm done. I'm out of
Nigga.
here. I'm done. I'm out of potter. I'm outraged here. I'm gone.
All right, Mickey.
Let it out.
All right, Mickey.
Let it flow. Let it flow. Let it flow. Just let it flow. Come
Mickey
on. Let it
walked
flow.
out of here
Come on.
fast as
We
he
want
could
to hear
be,
it.
man. Mickey ran up out of here, man. Mickey, I ain't never seen him move that fast.
He know he better not say
You
nigga.
better not say nigga.
Yeah, make it teeth right.
Yeah, T like
Oh
T2.
man, my stomach hurt, bro.
That's
God
a crazy
damn,
boy.
I gotta turn the air conditioner on, man. I done got hot in this motherfucker.
Yeah, I got hot lip myself, man. Got me warmed up like I'm trying to get a fire with
Yeah.
cold water.
It is fucking cold outside.
Like mud shit.
All right, fam.
Oh,
We
man, we put
got
them
up.
hitters down,
We got
man.
up about 10.
Yeah.
It's about 10 o'clock, fam. We're gonna shut it down. But listen,
That's a
we had a
question,
lot
bro.
of fun, man. I hope y'all had some fun. Mickey
Yeah,
chimed
we
in.
Man, it was a blast though, man. It was a blast though,
Hope
bro.
y'all had some fun, man. Shout out to the family. Appreciate all
was
our
awesome,
super
man.
chat and the people. Shout out to Padre
How much people in the chat? About
0920.
500? How many we got in the chat?
About 800, 900.
Shout out to the fam. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all hitting the subscribe button. Caramel F, shout out to you for hitting the subscribe button. Padre 0920, shout out to you, fam. Appreciate you.
He's a Falcons fan. Shouts out to Pop. He always asks about you on Twitter, Q.
All
He be
right.
like, hey, you check up on Q whenever something bad happened to the Saints. He be like, hey, check up on Q.
That's uncalled for. That's uncalled for right there. That's uncalled for. That's being stealth.
That's what I do. Law said, man, something happened bad in Atlanta. We gotta somebody reach out to Lo, see how he doing. See, that's
that what
concern.
happened? They do that to you too?
No, I do. I say usually something like that bad. I say, we gotta check on Lo, make sure y'all.
Yo, I didn't heard you say that before. I didn't heard you say that too.
Yeah, I heard you say it once like that.
So I gotta call my dog Big Lo, check on him. Yeah, that's
Well,
what
you gotta take a peek at it and keep up with that. You know what I'm saying? Look on him on low.
But the crazy thing is, though, half the time he actually does. That's the crazy thing. Like, he like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm true to
That's
the
a
word,
crazy-
Lo. I'm true to the word. I'm true to the
hey,
word,
true
bro.
to the word, you be like,
You
hey,
know what,
man.
How the whole division is trash, though. I understand that.
I don't know
Also,
either though, bro. That's what I'm trying to say myself.
what's
It's the
y'all
business.
problem, Big Lou? You see our problem, but what's y'all problem? Why y'all lost all these games this season?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be completely honest.
Go ahead, go ahead.
We just ain't had no money. It's like Matt Ryan and Julio Jones have literally handicapped us.
Really too, huh, Lou?
We had the most dead cap. We had the highest dead cap hit in NFL history at like 75,000. I mean 75 million. So I mean,
shit, we had more than that last 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
But your cap is at what, 50 million, low 52, something like that? Where your cap figure at? Plus 52, something plus 50 million?
For this year coming up right now, I think we're like 59. Once we cut Marcus Mariota, it's gonna be like 65.
They got a lot of money they're working with Atlanta, swinging for the fences, man. They set themselves up right, man. I got to give them credit. Terry Fontenot, New Orleans, man, getting up the game plan together, man.
He's doing it big.
Doing it big for ATL, man. I ain't mad at him, bro.
Well, we gotta do the same thing too, BQ, because like I said, we've been in a situation before, but I think Mickey Mouse always have a plan. He always knows, say, oh, we're gonna get the cap space over the hump. So we had that same problem like y'all had, below. You know what I'm saying? But I think that where everything's happening right now, I think the Saints need to go ahead and get this thing organized, get this thing straight out, because the time is ticking right now. You got the combine starting up by the end of the month. You got the new league about to begin March the 15th. You got the draft right around the corner, April 27th. So the Saints got a lot of decisions to make, though, bro. What they gonna do next couple of weeks into the month and decide what's gonna be our team gonna look like in 2023? Because Mickey Lewis and Dennis Allen, they gotta get together and have a group conversation, bro. They gotta talk it out and see how we can get this thing shake out and get this thing work on, bro. Because we're slowing right now, though, and we're not picking up the pace, though. This time is hurry right now for us to get this thing involved. What we need to do to make our team a lot more better, because you saw what happened in 2022. We can't have the same thing in 2023. But the bottom line is, all this stuff is going on, though, I'm not satisfied with it, though. Let's get our way with first. The second thing is, we got to get a quarterback. Okay, we got to draft a quarterback, because you got Jamie Winston on 1 year left on his contract. And you know for the fact that you can't see other guys in the free agency besides the guys in the draft in this class that we're looking at right now, because Dennis Allen and Mickey Lewis, they got to pull the trigger. They got to get a young quarterback. They got to make a move on this, though, because you can't play around like it's a horse track. You know what I'm saying? You got to be mindful and have a mindset. You got the goals is about winning as a team in this organization. You can't just slip and slide and pretend we're just picking around and we're not be serious about that. You got to make things as a mindset. You got to stay focused about that. And transition, you know what I'm saying? You can't just excuse it and making plays and playing mind and tricks and everything and fool everything. You can't get everything one and you can't get the other. You got to put everything all in the basket at the same time. That's what Mickey Lewis and Dales need to do. If you know for the fact that if Dales Allen know that his job is on the line, though, he know his job is on the line. Anyway, go. But I promise you, Dales Allen, you better get yourself together, though, and tighten your boots up. And I'm not going to have you keep remarking about what you did in the last season. I don't want to say what's going to happen this season coming up.
He just needs somebody to run the offense and let his ass stay at the defense.
But you got to have the system, but you can't have the offense. It's going to be sinking and it's not scoring points. You can't allow that. You got to score more, and more instead of less. Okay?
And don't play conservative. Man, we got the baddest wide receivers in the fucking lead on our team, man.
But see, the thing is, you cannot play behind the game, though. Because every time we play behind, you always find yourself back in the game. That's my focus right there. You got to do what you got to do. But Dennis Allen got to be smart about this, though. Q and Wireless and my Who Dat Nation fan. If Dennis Allen just don't get this thing turned around, you're going to see some whole lot of sales in the Orleans that the fans not going to be coming to the game, period. And I'm going to tell you like this, though. I'm not going to spend no money out of my damn pocket. I'm not spending shit. I'm not buying anything till they prove to me they're going to do what they're going to do and get the job done.
Yeah, they got a lot of work to do. Ain't no doubt about it.
I ain't watching their game this year, bro. It's going to be hard for me not to go to a Saints game, but I ain't going this year. I'm serious.
Hold on just a second,
I'm not going nowhere.
Hold on just a second.
I'm not going nowhere till they give me what I deserve the most, Q. Yeah. And this is what I'm saying very carefully coming out of my mouth. I'm not joking around. I'm not playing around this series, though, bro. They better get it together. It's upcoming season, because I'm going to tell you why. If they don't turn this thing around real smooth, Q, you're gonna see a lot of people buzzing in that front office, more in and around the organization, the whole entire city in the town, that the fans that we are not coming to the damn freaking stadium at all.
Lo, you see it, it's real business over here, bro. You hear that?
Yeah, bro.
All right.
We're gonna rush that fucking Superdome. That's it. We're gonna throw bottles at that motherfucker. I'm telling
you can throw,
Please don't do that, brother
cocaine,
Wallace.
you can
Please
throw
don't do
freaking
that.
bars and everything. You
Don't
can
do it,
drink
brother
everything down
Wallace.
you
the
think they're running their trucks into these
Don't do
cold
it.
stores, killing these
Don't do it.
ATMs. You watch what
Don't
we
do it.
start doing to that damn Superdome.
Padre, Padre
I'm from
0920 says, thank you for the super chat. Padre 0920 said, Big Q, I heard you gonna replace Jameis with Woody from Toy Story. Is that true? Hello.
Oh,
that's a
hello.
Superman
Ding dong,
chat.
ding dong.
That's a
ding
Superman
dong.
chat. I'll hang up and
Superman
listen.
chat.
I ain't hear that one, Padre.
Padre,
That's a
we
good question.
appreciate that, bro. Thank you for supporting my big bro, Big Q. That's that.
Yeah, man. That's thumbs up, man.
That's a Superman chat. That's a
Superman. That's a Superman chat.
Thank you, Padre. Shout out to you. Shout out to Fat Boy Slots too, man, for hitting that, smashing that subscribe button. Much love to the fam. Go ahead, Lord. I'm gonna give you the last word. We'll close out with you, my brother.
Look, man, Saints fans, I understand. It's frustrating. It's gonna be frustrating. You know, you might as well you think of it. Think about it like a rodeo. Just hold on. Just hold on.
Man, my hands hurt.
Man, my nerves bad right now. My nerves bad right now. I'm turn away my spin balls.
Just hold on and hope for the best. Because like I said, when I first got on here, y'all, seriously, like you never know what's gonna happen. You know,
Right.
Look, I'm from Atlanta. You know, home of Martin Luther King. Wallace, non-violent. Don't throw no bottles. Don't throw no bottles, bro.
Yeah, we might clip the bottle anywhere it is, but
if you do anything with a bottle, just drink from it. You know, just
Yeah,
drink.
nah, we gonna do, I'm telling you, you let them win 4 games straight this season. You watch there be some shit down there in that Superdome, boy. I'm telling you.
yeah, bro.
It's something
I
serious.
don't know, bro.
Big
I think we just gotta get this thing going though, bro. ASCP. We can't cling and stick and slide and stuff that we can't get everything involved. But we gotta say everything and make this thing correctly. We can't just turn things up and just mess things more bad to worse. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, in the reality is that we gotta be more we gotta take things more reasonable about this. You know what I'm saying? We just can't take the blame for something that's caused anything construction anywhere to go. But I think the reason I'm saying this though, because I like my team though, but the point is I just think that with Dennis Allen doing things wrong though, how you gonna make things more right though? That's the question. You know what I'm saying? Because I just don't believe anything in Dennis Allen. I don't believe he believes himself though, as a coach. You know what I'm saying? But if he can't get this thing correctly and just do things as he's supposed to do, then man, it's gonna be some hell break loose consequence. You know what I'm saying? And I know how it is though, because it's crazy though, it's weird though. But man, it's not how you want to just fool around for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like you just don't give a damn. But you should, because like I said, we want to be cheering for our team, coming to the games or watching from home or going to a restaurant and, you know, hang out and everything, stuff like that. But if Dennis Allen cannot produce himself and put more production, if he don't have the motivation, then you're going to see, like, last time you see Dennis Allen, no longer near as a head coach for us at all. And I think today he got to make some moves in that draft. Free agency, right there, lined up. But you got to get a quarterback. Like I said, you got to make a quarterback. And I can tell you that, you know, we pick at number 29, but if you trade up or anywhere in that mid-range or somewhere, we just stay at number 29, the guy going to fall right in our lap, though. And we're going to make a huge impact for our team. But if you don't get a quarterback, oh, yeah, it's going to be some whole lot of, you know what? You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So man, I just think you be cooking 60 pounds of red beans, cases of fried chicken, and all that shit, man. That's too much food to be losing.
So Dennis Allen, like 2024 on 3, right? Dennis Allen, 2024 on 3.
2023 to 24.
Dennis Allen, 2024.
Yeah,
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's why I said you guys still gotta get out and get out and kick out.
We got to leave it at that, family. We're going to holler at y'all on another day. Much love to the family. Thank you for chiming in, Brother Wallace.
Big Low.
Brother Byron,
Hey,
thank you,
Big
family.
Low.
Thank y'all as
Thank you,
usual,
Big
bro.
Low. All right, my
Shout
brother.
out to y'all. Thank y'all for all the call-ins tonight. Very
All
great
right,
show
Brian.
tonight.
All right,
Appreciate
Big
all
Q.
y'all,
All right,
man.
Big Q. Holla at you,
Holla
man.
at
Appreciate
y'all.
it, man.
Much love to the family.
Who that for life? Who that for life?
Yeah. Boogie like Benson, I'm a who that. I'm a who that. Long as I'm living, I'm a who that. Lose or winning, I'm a who that. Sports coma, yeah, this is where we do that. Where we do that, 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 Boogie like Benson, I'm a who that. I'm a who that. Sports coma, this is where we do that. Where we do that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Somebody please better help. Running this thing like Elf. I thank God every day I'm not a felt. Go to YouTube Live with Big Q and the guys. If you ain't ride or die, the bandwagon get flipped. Been marching in, that was way for the ring. I was yelling out your chain for the championship. Bucking on town, duck down. Falcons pluck, get shut down. Panthers ain't much touchdown. The vision really belong to us now. So much hate on the Saints, you could probably tell. Ever since Bounty Gate hit the NFL, when things seem fishy, then you probably smell the crooked referees on Roger Goodell. Yeah, fucking like this, and I'm a who that. Every day I'm living, I'm a who that. Lose or winning, I'm a who that. It's the sports coma, this is where we do that. Where we do that, 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 Boogie like Benson, I'm a who that. It's the sports coma, this is where we do that.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that?
Daily.com. That's right, the WhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who Dat and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, WhoThatDaily.com is your site. The WhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who Dat in all of us. That's right, the Pro Shop is the platform store where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the Pro Shops, we have dozens of hundreds of products available for you and your family. Unisex tees for men and women, hoodies and sweatshirts, tank tops, kids and baby items, long sleeve tees, mugs, pillows, wall art, bath bedding, face masks, phone cases, stickers, bags, fanny packs, socks, hats, and many other items. Please feel free to check out the Pro Shops. The link is in the description section below. And remember, it helps the platform